Get on with We're here. Bear with me. Hello, everybody. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. This is Mr. Brown Alliance. What's today's date? It is Sunday, June, or is it? Well, it is June 7th in the year of our Lord 2026. I am Brune, and I trust you're all doing good. Summer is, well, it's raining outside again. Anyway, yeah, lots of stuff tonight, folks. Anthony Head, that was a shocker. Stargate cancelled. Oh no. DC and much more bollocks. Shall we get some guests on? Yes. Let's do this. Okay. First up, he is the jester from Leicester, the Star Wars. I like Star Wars, I do. Star Wars novelist. Don't you know? It is. It's Swappers, but it's Sunday night gobshite.
Yes, it is. And we all are, obviously. Yes. Hello to the chat. Hello, Brown. Hope you're doing well.
Yes. How are
you? I'm all right. All that bother about The Mandalorian all soon got forgotten, didn't it? As soon as some new movies came out and no one bothered going to watch it in the cinema. Yeah.
200, I think it made, I read this evening, I was going to cover it, but I thought I can't be bothered. 208, was it 280 million or 380 million? One of them, I can't remember. Probably 280. But anyway, it's not a lot, is it?
That it made?
At the box office, yeah. It'll probably make more money on streaming anyway. But there you go.
Eventually, it's possible somewhere down the line it might make its money back. I don't know how, but maybe in about 10 years.
It'll make its money back, Swappers, when we start doing our mega roast.
Ah, good point. And it'll encourage people to go and watch it and point and laugh at it. Yeah, you're right.
Just waiting for a proper copy to drop, if you know what I mean. So.
Oh yes.
Swappers, great to have you on, mate. Should we get the next body on?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, here he is, folks. The channel's very own. He's been to the gym. Everybody's looking pumped. It is Professor R2.
Hello.
Guns out.
Yep. No, I thought, I'd pull out my He-Man arms, attach those,
Guns
just
are out,
for the fun
mate.
of it. Yep.
What would be your Masters of the Universe name then? R2-D2.
Something about pythons. I don't know.
You know what the secret comedy is? Timing. Professor R2, Wrench, Will Spot member for 20 months. Thank you, my friend. I do appreciate your continued support. I have the power. Boom. Guns. Boom, boom. Kiss the guns.
R2 guns. R2 gun. I don't know. It doesn't
R2
work. But I'll have to work it.
Fisto, R2
Gavin
Fisto.
unit. Gavin unit has
R2 Fisto. Apparently Gavin unit likes Fisto. If you know what I mean. Reg will spot, by the way. How are you, Prof? You all right?
I'm doing good. Yep.
Recovered from
happy to be here.
He-Man.
Oh,
it's Masters of the Universe.
Yes. Recovered. No. It's the best movie of the year.
So far.
It's so amazing, and I love it.
And on that bombshell, it's great to have you on, mate. Shall we get the next body on?
Yes, let's do.
Okay, here he is, folks. Cigar drinking, coffee smoking. What's his name? Giles of Phobos? Giles of Phobos?
Phobos. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in honor of Anthony Head. I am Giles Phobos, and I am drinking, and the coffee I'm drinking in my cup is Taster's Choice Nescafe.
Not Nescafe Gold Blend.
Well, that one too. But over here, he was more well known for Taster's Choice. In Europe, it was more Nescafe. So I'm drinking both.
You're not banging the bird from next door, are
you?
You don't get the reference
right at the moment? No.
Anybody who's seen the coffee adverts in the UK knows what I'm on about. How are you, buddy? You all right?
Yeah. Yep. Doing good. Very sad news there. And,
it is.
And I wanted to be... my He-Man name, I wanted to be Fisto. So it's Fistophobos.
I thought you'd be more of a Ram man, but there you go. It's great to have you on, pal.
Good to be here.
There is another.
There is.
Mm-hmm. Hello. What's up?
Hey.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, a bit tired today, but you know.
Oh, why is Mega Geek, by the way? Why is that, Ian?
No reason. I just thought I had a lazy day off. You know, Sundays when you're watching TV and then you close your eyes, the next thing you know, you've been sleeping for 2 hours and you wake up, and I still feel a bit groggy because I've slept.
Really?
Yeah, it's just
too
weird.
much sleep.
Well, sleep's meant to be good for you now, according to the scientists.
Yeah, but too much sleep.
Yeah, I'm all right though.
Okay, if I may, Ian, right, the joke that tried too hard by Miss, I will get it right eventually. Don't worry.
Yeah, but it's good to be here. It's nice to see everybody as well, and I'm sure we'll entertain the people that are watching.
Ashen
Yes,
Prison.
it is. Yes, it is.
The FKN Mega Geek.
Yep, it certainly is.
Wrench, by the way. Yeah. How many times have you seen He-Man with the nieces?
I have not seen E-Man. I have no intention to see. In fact, today, my nieces, that's why I fell asleep, because my nieces wanted me to go with them to see what's that? Oh Jesus Christ! What's that film with Meryl Streep? That one that's come out. That's
Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah, that one. They wanted me to go and see that, and I just I said to them, "Look, I'm really tired. I can't," and I didn't go. So I wasn't going to watch that either. So there you go. But yeah. Should we carry on?
Yeah, we can. No snackage though.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
My red cup and my Doritos.
Oh yeah.
Mega Geek and 1 cup.
Yeah. How old are your nieces, Mega?
One of them is 16. The other is 14, I think. 14, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's great to have you on, mate.
Hey, it's good to be on. Let's do it, shall we?
Let's do it. Chat, we can see you. Good evening. There we go. 345 Musings today's date.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Hope you're all doing well in the chat, everybody. Please like, share, subscribe. Thumbs up, all that malarkey. Leave a comment. You know the rule. If a YouTuber has taken their time to provide you with entertainment, least you could do interact at the end. Least you could do, folks.
Sorry, I have to call out DJ Skylo. He typed in the chat Liam nieces. This is a good one.
Big thank you, all the channel members, everybody's in the chat who's there now, just everybody, just guests, guest chat, everybody. Let's do this. Luckily, we did all the He-Man stuff on Friday.
Thank God.
There's a brief mention, but yeah.
Oh.
It's more financial news.
The Super Mario Galaxy movie has officially become the first movie to pass 1 billion in 2026.
That's amazing. I mean, I did watch this one, and I thought it was really entertaining, but not as entertaining as the first one. But you know, I like it when a film, there's an audience for a film. Do you know what I mean? And there was a huge audience for this, so yeah, good.
Yeah, wasn't nearly. I'm surprised it actually crossed the billion. This one was not nearly as good as the first one. My kids both were like, yeah, it was okay. It was kind of fun, and like they haven't even mentioned like when does it come out on DVD or anything like, you know what I mean? Like they haven't even the first one. My kids couldn't. They were like, "Are you going to buy it? Are you going to buy it for us so we can watch it when it comes out?" And like this one, they have not mentioned it again. So yeah.
Is it still on release? This
it is.
Yes,
it's 60 some days. It's been in release. Yeah. It's not in a lot of. It's not in very many theaters anymore. It just barely eked over that $1 billion.
Yeah, I think they kept it in theaters just to cross that milestone.
It's very likely that they did. Yeah.
I I didn't think it was all that great, but the Nintendo people still really liked it. And I know several people who went and saw it multiple times, and they seem to like it better with each viewing. So there might have been some expectations going on there. I don't know.
Maybe there's each time they watch it, they lose some more brain cells. So the next time around, it's a little bit easier to stomach. I don't know.
Yeah, the biggest thing I hear is that they shouldn't have come out the gate with Galaxy. They needed to do like Mario World and then move into Galaxy, but whatever.
They could have made a movie that was actually about Mario.
Yeah. Well, that's my view, and I get argued about that. They're like, he had more screen time than Peach did. I'm like, not by much.
Swappers, is that up the arse corner?
Not really. No, because he's on his back. So it doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite work. If it was behind him, maybe you could get away with it, but not quite.
up the shelf corner.
I just like to say, right, that it's strange what's happening to movies these days. For instance, there were two big films, right, which nobody's heard of. That's just been buried in streaming. Like, for instance, a film called Office Row. There's a film called Office Romance, and it stars Jennifer Lopez. Now, Jennifer Lopez is a pretty big star in the world, yet nobody's heard of this movie. That's just come out on Netflix.
Yeah, no,
I'm just pointing it out.
She's a has-been.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Right. So, and then you've got the one that I mentioned, I think on one Wednesday, the Guy Ritchie film and stuff like that. That's just. It got released in the cinema, didn't make any money, got put on streaming, but obviously brought around the world for different channels and stuff like that. Is this where movies are going now? That it's considered success, even if it bombs at the box office. If it's brought around the world by different countries, then it's considered success. It's going in a strange avenue, don't you think, guys? I don't know.
Well, it's an easier metric on the corporations to be able to declare it a success if it loses money. Obviously, they'll take that.
The distribution now is where the money's to be made, and not the online distribution. And the cinema is on its way out. Everybody.
No, I have to contest that. They are not making nearly as much money on online distribution as they are pretending to. The only people really showing a profit here are Netflix, and that model is starting to crack. It's not sustainable. People aren't really watching. They're churning, going from one streamer to another. They're not watching the ads. The advertisers are getting wise to that, and the revenues are shrinking. It's not going to last forever. This is not a sustainable model.
Well, and again, a lot of these studios, they're making a movie, and then they're selling it to themselves. And so then they make something, and then they say, "Oh well, we already made it back 100%. We made back on streaming." Yeah, that's because one division of your company made it, and then another division of your company paid you for it. It doesn't work that way. That's not how you make money on a film. That's just ridiculous. And that's the worst of them is Disney. They're the worst of them doing this, but there's several others doing it as well.
Here you go. Durkee McDurkey face, numbers wrenched. How's the testicle, my friend? Dumping DVD and Blu-ray ain't looking too clever anymore.
Oh, DVD, absolutely. Yeah,
sorry,
absolutely.
DVD, yes, because DVD's still selling big time. So if they dump it on DVD, they will make money, but not as much as they did, originally when DVD came out.
And then they're competing against their own selves. But I was going to say the marketing departments are actually creating new metrics by which they can declare success for a movie that fails. And it's not going to last forever, man. They're lying.
Here you go. Mudcrab numbers. Reg. How old is Jen Lopez?
No, she's at least in her 50s, and she is not a big name anymore. She had to cancel her tour because nobody was going. What was that movie about 5 years ago where she was some astronaut landed driving that thing cratered? That was her last comeback. Nobody gives a shit.
She's 56.
People are. Is she? Well, I'm older than Jen Lopez, and I'm older.
But she's not A-list, and she's not even C-list.
She's not.
People are talking about the Guy Ritchie movie. They're just not saying good things about it. So only one of those is getting ignored.
Okay, Ian, final word.
Sorry, I'm just saying the point I'm trying to make is that you have hundreds of crew members, and you have all these stars and all these agents worked on this film called Office Romance, and yet hardly anybody knew this was released. It's been dumped on Netflix, made by Netflix, and I'm wondering, as I said, I feel there's two things I feel. One is I feel sad because of the craft is being ruined by streaming and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you should feel sad.
Yeah, and I do feel sad because obviously I'm a creator as well and a filmmaker as well. And two is that stars don't sell movies anymore, so why spend all that money? I guess it's because you're flicking, you see Jennifer Lopez, and then you click on it. I guess that's the only reason why. But it is sad where movies are going. That's what I'm saying.
Again, they're wising up to the idea that stars no longer sell movies. There's just a time lag between, when they actually happens and when they understand it. So
let's do super. Carl Voigtlander wrenched World Spot $5. Evening, my friend. Thank you very much. Get on with it. That was at the beginning.
Oh, I
Get
thought
on
he meant
with it.
Yeah, I don't think we need more Mario.
We'll do this one.
What's one?
Mega by the man. Wrenched €2. Thank you, my friend. Good evening. To you, fave Meryl Streep film and why?
Wow. I do like her in.
I like the ABBA films.
What's that film where she can't die and she gets, with Goldie Hawn? What was that one called?
Death Becomes.
Death Becomes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
She was good in that. She's a very good actress.
Swappers, Meryl Streep film.
Fave Meryl Streep. Oh, God, I can't really think of any, to be honest with you.
ABBA.
You mean?
Yeah, I fucking hate Meryl Streep. She's a good actress, but I just don't fucking like her, man. And just Sophie's Choice, and now leave me alone.
Yeah, so I'm not going to pick a favorite Meryl Streep role because I don't have one. I don't particularly like her as an actress either. Great
can I ask why you don't like her?
I don't
like her?
It's a misogynist.
I don't know. She
Okay,
seems like an asshole to me.
Okay, let's move
frankly,
on.
But yeah.
Kramer
versus Kramer. I'm gonna great film.
That's all right.
Yeah, that's what I would
Great
say.
film.
Yeah,
That's all right.
That's why I don't like her.
Fave Ving
Rhames.
Ooh.
Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
right, okay. Well, Pulp Fiction then.
I will say Dave.
Go on, sir. Go
Is
ahead.
there any bumming in Pulp Fiction, by the way?
Absolutely, yes. In fact, I was just thinking I need I need to add to my soundboard. Bring out the Gamp.
I'll beat the chat then. Anybody else?
The first Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he was good in that, but I also think he was, even though it was a failed TV show, I thought he was good as Theo Kojak. But the show failed abysmally. So anyway,
yeah,
he played Kojak.
Yeah, for 3 episodes? I don't think it was on very long, but the first Mission Impossible movies age like fine wine to me, man. I liked it okay when it came out, but I love that movie.
It's a really solid film. I really like the first one.
The first one is directed so well. It's incredibly directed so well by Brian. What's his name? Who's the guy director? Brian De Palma. If you see some of those shots in that film, it's just pure perfection. It's just really well directed.
Yeah, the one bad thing, they should never have shown the helicopter stunt on the fucking trailer, man. That really...
True, that's true.
That really blew it.
They're spoiling the best bits, aren't they?
I haven't seen many films with Ving Rhames in them, but the one that I really enjoyed him in was Dawn of the Dead remake.
Oh yeah.
I remember that one. Yep.
There you go. Obviously the bumming for me. Okay, shall we move on then? We'll do some more supers in a moment, folks. Shall we move on?
Yes.
Then? Yes.
Yes.
Masters of the Universe. I'm glad we did this on Friday now, to be honest. Masters of the Universe is now tracking to be the biggest bomb of the summer, causing Amazon, MGM, to lose over 100 million. Damn.
That's couch change to them.
Oh, yeah, no, that's just... It opened to 54 million globally, 29 mil domestic on a 170 to 200 mil budget. That's not including the marketing.
Not including any marketing.
Yeah.
And so that means with a $54 million opening weekend, typical multiplier for a blockbuster is going to be 2.5 to 3x, which means by the time this leaves theaters, it won't even have broken 170 or 200 million dollars.
Yes,
it will lose Amazon 125 million dollars easily. Yeah.
And Scary Movie, which only had a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes, made more in North America alone than this did worldwide.
Was it about 130? Was it?
Well, it was like 60 something UK, so I bet I guess about 120 worldwide. Yeah.
Scary Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's crossed the 100 and 105, something like that.
Yeah, I'm saying domestic is better than
domestic is 55.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. So you said this. Here you go. Dr. Iceman wrenched. Even Doc. Like Amazon cares about losing. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, they can lose that kind of money, but how long do they want to keep doing that?
Yeah, they won't always be able to. And they're also good at losing 100 million fans, which we will address later.
How many super yachts as well Bezos got? I mean, you won't be able to get them.
Swap as your audio is breaking up, mate.
Yeah, it's breaking up.
You're obviously rendering
Mike is
videos.
crackling.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
Like it or not, this movie is not going to be a success at the box office. And
chat, who watched it, by the way? Who went to see it? I know a couple of said they'd watch it on Friday. Who went to see Masters of the Universe, folks? Anybody go?
Anybody?
Did anybody? Well, obviously not.
Guess not.
I get the strange feeling that if they made it seriously instead of, because I haven't seen it, try and make it serious and try and make it, proper adventure, it would have done better.
Yeah, but they hate the IP, so they're not even going to try.
There you go.
Exactly.
I always feel like I need to sing this for some reason. Ex Flavius, ex Wrench, World of Sport. I went today. What did you think? Did you like it or hate it, mate?
Probably hated it.
We'll just wait it.
Either way, it doesn't. If people had fun with this, fine. I'm not going to be angry about it. It's just, it wasn't for me.
Yeah. I'll admit, there's like 10 or 12 minutes of good stuff in this movie, surrounded by 2 hours of absolute shite. But listen, ultimately, nobody's going to be talking about this one next week. Just like all the defenders of Mandalorian are vanished into the ether.
Here you go. Amelia Bedelia Ranch. Hello, Amelia. He-Man is a boy brand.
Just a boy band.
And it's a boy band then. I'm still working on the reading skills, folks. Why aren't you men supporting it? Because
I haven't seen it.
The marketing certainly didn't make it look like it was a boy brand. So I don't think they did themselves any favors with what all the people involved were saying about this on the press tour.
Is it anything to do with this?
They were talking.
The kiss of Jared Leto, box office poison.
He was like the only good thing in it, ironically enough.
Yep. Silence.
Well, I like Alison Brie. I'll give her some slack. But somebody mentioned it seemed more like Annie cosplaying as Evil Lynn, and I could totally see that now. Like her Community character was pretending to be Evil Lynn.
Anyway, it's
It's dead, Jim.
Okay. It is. Where do we think it went wrong for this one?
Having 6 different writers, all that hated the actual source material.
Oh.
It spent 10 years in development hell, and it cost enough that executives were getting in and meddling and making sure they got this in and that in, and we need more girl bosses, blah, blah, blah. So that's where it went wrong.
I just think what they should have done is taken the original idea. Obviously, they brought the IP, and see what was wrong with the cartoon. It was cheesy, it was this, it was that, and then say to themselves, how can we bring it into this era of the world and make it better? Improve on the cartoon, take out all the cheesy stuff, make it serious, make it a real adventure, make He-Man a man, basically, and just make the threats real and treat it like it's a solid sci-fi adventure. But they didn't do that.
Yeah. Plus, you don't spend $200 million on a film like this. This is a niche property.
There you go. Look.
You shouldn't have spent more than $75 on it.
There you go. Sun and Storm, Wrench, Low Sword. Budget was too high for an IP most people don't care about.
I'll be honest. 75 is too high. They should have spent 30 on this.
So where was all the money spent on the CGI
and the actors?
Was it
producers?
The CG, some of the CGI looked genuine CGI, which was okay.
Okay, so one of the demographics showed that 4 out of 5 men 40 and up who went to see that didn't bring a child, and that's a problem. Like, there's no new demographic. The new kids aren't really He-Man. It's a mystery to them. So this was about 15 years too late coming out, as well as its other films.
I've just remembered, was it the trailer with the him that killed it dead?
It didn't help.
Well, all of that stuff shouldn't be in any movie, to tell you the truth. And that's the thing, you see. You know your audience. So if I was in charge of He-Man or Master Universe, whatever you want to call it, I know that the audience are people my age that grew up with it. So why cater and why mention all the stuff that people, all the stuff to do with the woke stuff? Why have that in the movie? As I said, right, the best approach is to actually approach the whole concept as a serious sci-fi with real danger.
Yeah, Suliu. Great. Yeah, good point here. Suliu wrenched. They were trying to outdo Flash Gordon, and it failed miserably.
Yeah, because they were trying to make Barbie 2 along with it. And that's the thing, Ian. They put it in because they were trying to appease both sides, and that never works.
Look who's here, everybody.
Yay.
Look who's here, everybody.
Ooh. Hey, Price.
Hey, what's up?
It's a puppet. Wrong avatar, but you can have that if you want. Yeah, mate.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Look who it is, everybody. Price. Let's see some. You know what you need to do, folks. Let's see the Price emoji. You've not even got emojis on your channel, Price. Welcome to Boomerang on
emojis of himself.
Boomerang. Do you know when Price comes on? What you should play is the Price is Right. Price is Right theme. You should play the Price is Right theme. That's what you should play when it comes on.
The chat always comes through. Chat, you're the best. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He's gone.
All he had to do was turn his camera off, right?
Yeah, I know.
That's fine. Oh, he's back. He's back. See, it's not. It's normal Price now. It's not imposter Price.
Okay.
Evening, Price. You all right?
Hey, I'm good. Some would argue that this is imposter Price, but it's okay. This is the Mr. Brown Alliance Price.
Yeah, the low bandwidth Price.
The low bandwidth Price, yeah. Lo-fi.
Okay, Price, any thoughts on why Masters of the Universe has bombed badly?
I mean, first of all, one could ask what kind of following this franchise has when it comes to investing a lot of money in a movie anyways. But I also think that if they wanted everybody that actually likes this to really get excited about it, I don't think they went about it the right way. I know that some people that may be okay with He-Man didn't hate this movie, but they certainly didn't capture all the people that they could have captured. There was probably a different movie that could have been made that would have pleased more people at the same time. And I don't know. It didn't have to have so much MCU humor and this kind of jokey self-parody tone to it. If they would have just taken it a little, people get upset at me when I say, "Oh, why couldn't they take it a little more seriously?" Because they're like, "Oh, well, it's a He-Man thing. How is it going to be serious?" But I think that there's a way that you don't make a mockery of it and turn it into a complete joke every second and still have a little bit of levity in it. There was probably a balance that could be struck, but they didn't even try. They just tried to make this kind of like a cross between Thor and Guardians of the Galaxy, but not even good Thor and good Guardians of the Galaxy. Probably, a bad version of it.
Would they make a comedic version of Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's called Rings of Power.
Oh.
But listen, every time they copy Joss Whedon's humor, but don't have his sensibilities about when not to use it.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's where they're putting, like, there's times when some of the humor works. It works a little bit, but then there's way more times when they're putting it in there and it's just ruining like everything that they're doing, trying to actually do something sincere or I don't know. But like there's a scene, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's a scene when they're escaping from the jail and they're walking out heroically and everything. And you're like, all right, okay, it's on. And then they take that and they just undercut the whole thing with a joke. They start gagging on smoke and whatever and throwing up and it's like this was supposed to be a heroic moment. It was supposed to be this moment. All right, the gang is here and they're ready to take it to Skeletor. No, we're gonna make a little joke about it and they're gonna be gagging on smoke or whatever. I mean, it was stupid.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh,
I did want to say something. Maybe a few days ago, I was on a stream with a professor where we looked at Batman from 1966. Now, if somebody watched Batman from 1966 and then they made the movie, let's say, Batman Begins, some could say, well, the 1966 version was very campy, but so why did they try to make a serious Batman? But the thing is, sometimes something can be campy in a Saturday morning cartoon or an after-school cartoon, and when you make a movie, you don't have to make it as if you're now in the 80s making a cartoon for little kids. You could still take the spirit of what makes that hero cool and try to make it more cinematic or more epic. And I think that there was like a better story here, that it didn't need to necessarily be the most serious thing that ever happened, but it didn't have to be like a stupid, idiotic thing that's like a complete joke.
I have just thought, if I may, sorry, mate.
No, go on.
If this movie had the 1987 He-Man movie sensibility, it'd be quite good.
Yeah, that's what people were saying. And even the people that like this are forced to admit they went overboard on the humor. They're not admitting how far overboard they went, which is like all the way up to the iceberg. But the humor in this rarely works, and it undercuts every sincere, heartfelt moment that could have been in this movie.
Okay, if I may...
Sorry, can I just say something? This is the thing, you see. I think I agree with Price. When Batman came out, it was the slapstick, for kids, kind of, tongue in cheek. It was for the adults and it was for kids, but mostly for kids. And then when Burton took over, he added the dimension. He made it serious, but he also had a little bit of humor in there. But the whole tone of Batman changed and everybody accepted it. And I think that's what they should have done with Masters of the Universe. They look at the cartoon. The cartoon's cheesy as hell, as far as I remember it. They should have taken that idea and put it into the world where basically real danger exists and, just make it real. What's that word that Richard Donner uses for Superman, the movie? That's what they should have done with it. Do you know what I mean? And it probably would have been better.
Okay.
Yeah, but Burton didn't make it like that. That was Frank Miller in the comics.
Okay.
He made that film.
You've been burgled, which is never nice. I've not said that for a long time. You've been burgled, which is never nice. French full spot. I love it. Damn you, E-Man. Yes.
I mean, well, you know what I mean. Tim Burton took his. Yeah, you're right. He did go with the comics of that time with Frank Miller and stuff, but at least he made the effort to make it different from.
Oh yeah, and it was
took a much darker tone. Yeah.
It was super successful too, and almost universally adored at the time.
Yeah.
Swappers, have you got your audio back? Any final thoughts on this? Again, we've spent far too much time on He-Man.
I've absolutely got no opinion on this whatsoever. Other than the fact that if I was going to go and watch it, it would have to be a mix of the classic Ralph Bakshi animation, Fire and Ice, the original Lord of the Rings animated movie, and Conan. That's the only way you're going to get me into the cinema, not a camp live action version of the 80s cartoon, which I always thought was gay when I was 10 years old. Thank you.
You would have watched this, wouldn't you? But you're a no.
I do.
Yeah,
I want to make a final.
I've heard about all the woke shit that's in it, so I'm not going anywhere near it.
I want to make a final comment before we move on. Imagine for a second that they would have had something that almost like a medieval meets science fiction, but that he's a prince and that he's sort of like this kind of spoiled prince in a space medieval setting. And he has to, at the end, unite with this sword and get the power. And there's something real crisis going on. And he goes through this kind of real challenges. And it's something that just is not just a complete joke. I think people would like it. You know what I mean? People dismiss this when I say, why couldn't they make it a little more epic? I think there was a movie here to be made where like a guy that's a prince, that's kind of a douche, learns the responsibility, and you may compare it to the first Thor if you want, which I think is the best Thor, but something like that where the guy there's moments that are a little more serious where he has to go through a process and really grow as a character. What do we have here? He's like this kind of very feminized guy. He's like, the women are like, the little girls are beating him up when he's a kid and things like that. I don't like that. I don't know why 2 minutes into the movie there's a bunch of little girls beating him up.
Because the bullies, that's why.
Yeah, this would have been the perfect vehicle for an epic science fantasy movie, and we really haven't had any really good blended movies like that.
Right.
There was an awesome opportunity here that they dropped.
Yeah, this literally could have made a ton of money if it was done correctly.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I don't know
if it failed.
Okay.
Also, if it failed, right, and it was a good movie. Good movies always rear their heads in the future, even though it flops. Like Blade Runner. Blade Runner was a good movie. It was a huge flop, but same thing with The Thing. So I'm saying if they made it really good, maybe in the future, if it flopped, it would be appreciated more. But this is never going to be appreciated.
No, this one will not rear its head. I promise.
The first movie, the first Masters of the Universe film, was a day late and $1 short. This is 30 years too late and several hundred million short. It's. I don't think this was ever going to be not at how much money they spent on it. Was this ever going to be profitable? I just don't think there's a big audience for this property. There are some people who like it, sure. Most of us are in our mid 40s to 50s that care about this. Kids don't give a damn about this property.
Yeah,
and
the
I don't
toys
think this
haven't
was
been
going to make them.
Yeah, the toys haven't been popular for 40 years, man. Like, and they've captured no new generation. This was their attempt to capture a young generation, but it is at least 15 years too late.
The Netflix show didn't bring in new people. The 2000s series didn't bring in new people. I don't think this was ever going to be a big winner.
Yeah, that Netflix show didn't help this one either.
No, it did not.
It at all.
But they could have made this appeal to everybody and brought in a completely new audience. Look at what they did with Transformers in 2005, right? Absolutely. They completely rejuvenated the brand, and they could have done it with this as well if they had a head on their shoulders. They could have made it. Brought in a completely new generation for this. All they need to do is make him badass, have a serious tone, not have all these sort of self-referential, jokey, undercutting, badly toned humor, poor dad jokes, referring to dumb memes from 20 years ago, all that shit. It needs to be earnest, it needs to be genuine, take itself seriously, respect the brand, respect the fans, and give them serious entertainment that they love, and have this character as an actual serious hero that kids can aspire to be, like Luke Skywalker was in the 80s. But they just simply, we cannot have something like that in today's climate. For some reason, the entire movie industry is infected and infested by these woke tards that get into everything and prevent us from actually creating something decent. We just can't have it. And this is why I never expected it to be that, and why I was always going to stay away from this film. And it was never going to be what I wanted it to be.
Swappers has spoken, everybody. Shall we do some super chats?
Yes.
Swappers, are you available to read this, please? From Mog.
At Mog. -K8B.
Yeah, what? Kettlebell. What?
Is it? Oh,
Wrenched.
wrenched.
Is it kettlebell? I don't know.
World of Sport, $5. Towards the goal. Oh, back of the net, bro. Back of the net. Oh.
Cheers, Mog. Welcome to Mega Spider-Man Ranch €5. We've not done this, have we? Cheers, my friend. Have you ever seen Bringing Out the Dead? Very grim Nick Cage film.
What?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Any good?
Yeah. I didn't really think it was so grim. It's basically a burned out New York City paramedic going through
I've seen that.
a hallucination. He's kind of going through the evening in his work, and he's kind of hallucinating. It's a little bit, unreliable narrator, but it's definitely got full Nicolas Cage going. 90%. Yeah. It's not bad.
Anyone else?
I've not seen it.
When you said that, I was completely thinking about Nick Cave, the musician, not Nick Cage. And I thought, hey,
Not a whole lot of difference sometimes.
Yeah. To all, favorite Martin Scorsese film and why?
Goodfellas.
So many to pick from. Jeez.
Yeah, Goodfellas.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Yeah, I'd say it's going to have to be Goodfellas for me, but man, King of Comedy, Taxi Driver, Mean Streets, later
Casino.
on, Gangs of New York. Oh yeah, Casino. Yeah. The Departed, even a very good film. Yeah, but
Raging Bull.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Irishman.
So many great films. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
The
gonna-
Grifter
I'm
was
gonna-
for something.
I'm going to stun people and say that I didn't mind The Irishman. I saw
didn't
it. You know
either.
why? The Irishman played in New York in a theater for like a week before it went to
nice.
Netflix. And I sat in a theater, in like a packed theater, and watched it. And I don't know why sitting in the theater and watching it actually felt better than later trying to watch it at home. I actually think that it was a decent cinematic experience. It may not be the best movie, but I didn't hate it.
And I'm going to say my favorite Scorsese movie is After Hours, because, man, that movie is so enjoyable and hilarious and wacky. And it created an entire genre of movies in and of itself.
Yeah.
Fave Mike Clark Duncan film and why? Ooh.
Daredevil. He's the guy who played the Kingpin in Daredevil. The big black eye from Armageddon.
I get
And,
mixed up with Ving
and The
Rhames.
Green Mile.
The
Yeah,
Green
I'd
Mile.
say,
Oh.
yeah, Green Mile would probably be the one that stands out to me. But yeah.
Swappers.
I keep getting them mixed up with Ving Rhames.
Yeah, same here. I thought, whoa. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only like a foot and a half taller than Bing, but okay.
Any
I don't
bumming?
think I've
He was-
seen- I don't think I've
he was
seen
in the
film
show.
with him.
He was in a show called The Finder, which was a spin-off of
Yeah.
Bones.
Oh,
which
did
I
he
thought was
find
quite
it?
Good.
Did he find it?
Yeah.
No,
I thought he was quite good. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's one of my favorite shows ever. It only lasted a season, but it was brilliant, and he was amazing in it. It was sort of quirky and interesting and fun, but serious about a guy with brain damage PTSD who's compulsively driven to find things. So people hire him to find missing. It's actually a great TV show. It killed me that they canceled it.
Yeah.
Same
I
here.
don't think I've seen him in anything, so I can't comment on that one.
Oh, yeah. I mean, sadly, we lost him quite a few years ago. He passed away quite young, 50 something, back in 2012, from a heart attack.
Bruce Willis discovered him digging ditches out in the country.
Wow.
Let's move on then.
What's this?
Speaking of Amazon,
Stargate, 100 million fans.
Prof, are you good at reading? You need to.
Oh, sure. Exclusive from Variety. Sure. The new Stargate TV series has been axed at Amazon. The show was first announced with a series order in November 2025 and hailed from showrunner Martin Giro, who was a writer on Stargate SG-1 and Stargate Atlantis. Sources say Amazon execs were concerned that Giro's take on the series would not have broad appeal beyond the franchise's already dedicated fan base.
Yeah, enormous, broad, gigantic, dedicated, rabid fan base. This is a tough one because I don't trust Giro, but I do trust some of the guys who, like Brad Wright and Joseph Malazzi, who said, we talk on Twitter. He's pretty cool about tweeting back, and he said he liked what they came up with. So I'm going to give Giro the benefit of the doubt and say that I think this might have been good because they worked really hard on it with a lot of the original creators.
2 years, apparently.
I don't give Giro any credit at all. Giro is one of the biggest hacks as a showrunner on the face of the earth. He basically is like J.J. Abrams meets Rian Johnson. It's just that because he ruined Quantum Leap, the reboot, and most people don't watch Quantum Leap or didn't know how badly he ruined it, they're not aware of what he's done. It's almost as if, like, imagine you like Star Wars and you see The Last Jedi, and then somebody tells you, hey, Rian Johnson is now going to make Stargate. That's how I feel about Martin Giro. There's nothing good for me to say about this guy. People say, oh, well, he did interviews and he said that he realized he didn't do so well with Quantum Leap. It's like, it's not that he did something nice and he wanted to do something for fans with Quantum Leap, but it didn't quite work out that way. He literally personally hired a bunch of kind of rainbow activists to join his team and make the show full of like rainbow activism, which I don't care if people are rainbow or not, but I'm saying to hire an actual activist and like make them a key person that does like things in your production. I know people are going to try to claim, oh, like they forced his hand and all that stuff. I don't believe one word of it. He was 100% on board for that very woke ride, and only after it all went to shit did he start going around in interviews and say, oh, like, they made me do it and things like that. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I have no respect for Martin Giro. The guy is, in my opinion, just my personal opinion, a slippery weasel, and I don't have any faith in him whatsoever. Brad Wright and the other guy, I don't discredit them, but having this guy as the showrunner is a huge red flag. That's why in this one case, I mean, I don't trust really Amazon with reboots either, but in this one case, I'm thinking to myself that maybe there was something that Giro did that wasn't good. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't blame you for thinking all those things. I did, but when the other, and look at what Amazon did with Tom Shippey. He was a consultant too, so there was no guarantee they listened to Brad Wright and Martin Wood, and Giro was the fifth. He was like the last writer added to the. He was the lowest on the totem pole, but they have come out and said what they made was good, and I would at least give them the benefit of the doubt, if not giving Martin Giro that. But now we'll never get a chance to even see.
Would the when they go through the Stargate, and you have the kind of vortex, would that have been like a rainbow vortex?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
It would have been a
swap as you crackling.
Yeah, it's the rainbow vortex bonus hole that's very sphinctery shaped. Yes.
The guy all called it the Chappa Eye, didn't they?
Yeah, instead of calling it the iris.
Go on, Swappers. Say again. Sorry, didn't catch that.
The Gower always called it the Chappa Eye, the Stargate itself. And
yes,
there's a lot of people out there in the chat that would probably think that I've mispronounced Jap's Eye, but I haven't.
Who owns the IP for Stargate? Anybody?
Yeah, MGM.
So
okay. Amazon,
which is now Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon. All right.
Yeah. I do know they were going to change what they call the iris to the sphincter, so that's pretty much.
Yep.
Would there be bumming in it?
The puddle would look brown now. That was,
yeah. I wasn't really hopeful, but I was still, cautiously pessimistic. I was willing to give it a shot, but now they're going to turn it over to really insane people that will completely Rings of Power.
I do like what Malozzi had to say on Twitter or on X. He was basically saying, "Hey, we made a show that was for the fans. What you should just turn it over to somebody who actively hates this property and let them do something with it. I'm sure they'll make what you want." Right?
Yeah.
Have we dodged a bullet, or is it definitely a different version coming down the line?
Yeah, we'll never. No, we haven't dodged anything as long as Amazon still owns this. But
is it because we just can't have nice things?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Is the next slide the guy? Because we should really talk about the guy.
Yeah, there's kind of a little bit of a
side
steps. Yeah, obviously the folks were retweeting this or answering. So here we go. This was Michael Shanks, Daniel Jackson. Yep, they did that.
Good for him.
Yep.
He doesn't tweet hardly ever. So for him to come out and say something, he must feel very strongly.
I think there was a balance of it was a fight for power over this. That's why they cancelled it. One side wanted it to be completely Stargate, the other side wanted to add new stuff to it, and I'm assuming the person you guys were talking about, the hacker fella, wanted to add new stuff to it, and so they couldn't come to a conclusion, and Amazon just said fuck and pulled the plug, and that was it.
The one thing you can be sure of is the reason we're told is not the real reason.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
There's one final thing. It could be that Martin Giro, after failing so badly with Quantum Leap, maybe he had like a redemption arc where he really understood that he was a loser and he was trying to do something better and not mess up with this show. Maybe people will always try to tell me that, and I'll never know if that's true or not. But all I can do is look at the guy's last project, and when I look at the guy's last project, I wouldn't want him to be in charge of anything.
Well, that was the rumor, that he was the one that wanted to add loads of different rainbow things to it, and the other people, that the other side that was involved in this, didn't want to, and there was a stalemate, and then whoever's the overlord at Amazon just went, well, fuck it, we're not making it. And
okay,
let's see what they said.
Punchable face. Wrench, give me, mate. If you would see 100 men disappear in a strange hole, there's always Bonnie Blue. Yeah, she's pregnant, isn't she?
Yeah, and that's only the first hour.
10 minutes. Yeah, okay.
She's legitimately pregnant.
Joseph Malosi. No, sorry. Gonna have to push back on this. We were ever mindful of creating a show that would have broad appeal.
Who's this fella, Joseph? What's his face? Who's he?
He's another writer producer from as far back as Stargate SG-1 season 4.
Yep.
So he has a hell of a pedigree. He's very active on Twitter. He communicates with his fan base, and he's the reason I was willing to give it the benefit of the doubt, because I trust him.
I will say this, both Malazzi and Brad Wright, they had EP credits. So if this show, let's say Martin Giro they make this show and the show is good, the show is bad, whatever the show is, every episode that runs, these guys get a check. I'm just putting that out there. Now, it could be that they're like, well, screw the money. We have our integrity. And maybe that's the type of guys they are. But I will point out that rain or shine, even if it was like the Rainbow Stargate or whatever you want to call it, they still would have gotten their check every week. And by canceling it, they can now talk about the fans and about all this kind of like spiritual stuff that bothers them. But what also is happening behind the scene is that their manager, their lawyer, and their accountant and their agent called them and said, hey, you know how you thought every week you're going to be getting this big check now? Well, you're not going to get it. So now they're on Twitter saying this, and I don't know who to believe. Now, maybe they have merit, maybe they don't. I just don't know.
That is, you would be irresponsible not to bring up that point. You're correct. But I still trust the guy, man. I've been going back and forth with him for a couple of years now. I think he's more than just about the money.
Here you go. Got a quick member chat. Here you go. Member for 1 month. Ruddy Wrench was spot on, my friend. They were going to cast Hugh Edwards' arse as the Stargate.
Very silly joke.
Yes, very good. Cheers, my friend. Okay, shall we go on?
Sorry, I just wanted to say that on the standpoint of Quantum Leap, what they did to Quantum Leap, it was obvious they were going to do that to Stargate. And I reckon there was a look. Again, I would say I have a friend that has his fingers in all kinds of pies. And again, the rumor is that there was a internal fight to actually agree on a format for the show and what will happen in the show. And again, there's one side that wanted to do Stargate, and the other side wanted to do the new Quantum Leap to Stargate.
They wanted to do,
and then Amazon just said fuck it, and they pulled the plug because they couldn't agree. That's what my friend told me, but I don't know. I
believe that though.
They wanted to shoot Wormhole Extreme. That's a Stargate joke.
Which is a great episode, but
there you go. You go.
It's totally consistent with what we know of the personalities involved. So I have no trouble believing that.
Even MC. Rich, by the way, I read that as Womble Extreme.
You know what? It's an idea for a new show, isn't it?
They could go around collecting rubbish from different worlds.
I dread to think what they do to that show now if they remade it.
Yeah.
Well, so was it a battle of activists versus just normal people?
Sounds like it was, yeah, but we'll never really know for sure.
God, if I hear the word activist one more time, I'm going to fucking scream. Anyway.
There were definitely political machinations behind the scenes, but I think is the guy, you have a slide, like do the next slide.
Swappers, are you available to
what
this in the voice of Mog, please?
Amelia Bedelia ranged in the chat says, "Step away from the ring." Oh,
there you go. That's for free, everybody. Enjoy that, Mog. Okay, let's.
Oh no, not yet.
This is from Jack O'Neill himself.
Who needs the money?
Two L's, by the way. New demand. See, that's a good joke. Anybody who's watched Stargate knows that reference. New demand to Amazon MGM Studio. Pick an option. Let the Stargate creators make a new show. 2, release the rights so fans can do it. Choosing anything else is selfish and a waste.
Let me decipher that. Jack O'Neill saying, please do something because I need to pay for my house. That's what he's saying. So there you go. Yeah.
I'm not sure he would make any money off this. This isn't MacGyver. This is a fan account. But
Richard Dean Anderson wasn't going to be in the show, by the way.
Yeah,
but he would probably guest star.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense though. It's like let it be what it is, or let somebody else do it. But Amazon, they're not afraid of waste, and they're not afraid of being selfish.
Yeah, there lies the problem. Let it be Stargate and
let
Amazon.
Let it be.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it be.
It's the story keeps repeating itself when it comes to TV shows and movies. This thing keeps repeating itself. Look, it's easy to guess what's happened. Do you know what I mean? It's bloody freaking woke. That's what it is, stopping everything.
The first woke is away. See, here you go. Absolutely bang on here, mate. Make it for us, Mega Geek. Do it for 8K.
do you know what? You probably could do it for 8K. You probably could, but I don't know.
If you pulled in favors from people who are good with AI and stuff like that,
that's right.
Yeah, eventually they can. I think the next slide's the guy though, right?
Okay, let's just do a quick super though. Peter Pidrack numbers. One spot. Evening, Peter. $5. Thank you, my friend. I am very sad. The show got cancelled. That's 2 L's, by the way. However, I would rather have it not happen than be bad. Jeff Ackrey. Yeah, agreed, mate.
Yeah, I agree.
Agree, mate.
There's another side to that. Even if it was good, they wouldn't let it stay good.
That's true too.
We just cannot have things that we want, can we?
Nope.
Well, we can, I guess.
That's why you get ants.
Okay, let's do the next one then.
There we go.
Okay. This is the what? That cancelled #Stargate, from what I understand. Shocker. Yeah. He came from Netflix and worked on Rings of Power, Fallout, and The Boys. He wanted a broader audience. In my opinion, he just destroyed Stargate forever. I won't be watching anything this Toad green lights.
Now, does he look like Jimmy Kimmel's son or what? Look at that.
You smug twat.
Yeah, he looks just like Jimmy Kimmel.
This pick is
silence.
But I'm not really sure. I believe that a single executive really had the power to cancel a show they've developed for 2 years. I think it was probably a decision made by committee.
It's always committee, isn't it?
Yeah. I could be wrong, but that's just like, even Jennifer Salke had to answer to people, and he's not nearly as high up as she was. Cider feed.
Anybody else before we give up?
Nope.
I give up.
Let's give up then, folks. Spider-Man Brand New Day will have exclusive early screenings for Prime members on July 29 in selected theatres.
Interesting. Is that in the UK as well?
I think. Oh yeah, probably not. Anybody who's going to watch this?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I like Spider-Man. I don't mind the Tom Holland version of Spider-Man. In fact, I don't mind the Marvel version of the Sony version of Spider-Man. I think that it's very entertaining. So I'm hoping this one's going to be entertaining. I hope they don't overload it with villains and too many people and stuff. So
they already have done that though. We've got like 6 superheroes and at least 3 supervillains in this.
But it depends on how they balance it. So fingers crossed they balance it well. You know.
Anybody else? Anybody still alive on the stream?
I'm wondering how they're going to swing this and how hard it is to get advance tickets. But other than that,
I'll watch it.
That's your job, though, isn't it, Price?
Yeah, I mean, I'll try to get a July 29th screening if I can. And as for the movie, I have a feeling I could be wrong. I have a feeling this is probably going to be the weakest Spider-Man until now.
You think so?
Out of the Tom Holland ones, I feel like it's going to be the weakest one.
You're probably right.
You know what?
First of all, the guy that's directing it was the guy that made Shang-Chi. And I don't really know. I don't understand how it works with Marvel. You make a movie that's not so great, and they give you a bigger property.
Bigger movie. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
like, you did mediocre here. It kind of lost money, not too much money, but lost a little bit of money. Why don't you get Spider-Man? It's like, no,
upwards.
I don't get it.
Swappers, you was going to say?
As soon as I saw this image, I thought it said "brand new gay" on it.
Yeah.
Why are you gay?
Yeah.
I mean,
you have to order.
Right? I mean,
yeah.
There's nothing about this image that says kick-ass Spider-Man action to me, so you're putting me off straight away.
Yeah, he's turning his back to the audience even.
Wrenched. Clip that comment from Mega Geek saying he's looking forward to it.
I am.
Nice, me.
Yeah.
So we can
I'll say
compare
it
it to
again.
his anti-woke rage once he's seen it. Could be funny.
Well, if it's woke, obviously I'm going to tell you it's woke, but I do like Spider-Man. I've been a fan of Spider-Man since I was 7. Do you know what I mean?
What?
I've always been a fan of Spider-Man, so I love Spider-Man. And I don't mind what they did to Spider-Man on film and on TV. I love the TV show. Every kid loved the TV show, but it was you look back at it, it's terrible. I like the Chinese version of Spider-Man. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was great. I like every version of Spider-Man. I'm a Spider-Man fan.
You mean the Japanese version, Spider-Man? That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes, Spider-Man's great.
Yeah, if you want early tickets, you have to do it through Fandango and verify your Amazon Prime account at Fandango. So that's how you do it.
Will they make you stand there and video and you have to shill for them? You have to shill for them, going, "It's really good." The best
Price, would you shill? Would you shill for Spider-Man?
I wouldn't shill for anybody, and it's funny that once I was invited, it's the dumbest thing. I was invited to a screening of NCIS Sydney. I know that's weird, but I was invited to that before it came out on TV. And then there were people with cameras, and they wanted me to shill for it. They're like, "Do you want to stand here and say how much you loved it?" And I'm like, "No." And I left. I swear that happened.
Did you have your puppet head on?
No, it was really me. And the funny thing is that I still mention this until this day. When I got there, there were like waiters standing around with drinks.
What?
And I'm like, maybe this NCIS Sydney thing isn't so bad after all. So I grab a beverage because they have a few kind of cocktails that they make. And then I sit there and I start drinking it, and it doesn't feel very alcoholic. And I think I asked one of the people there, and they're like, "No, these are non-alcoholic drinks." I'm like, "You just stood around with like waiters and cocktails and gave me a cocktail with no alcohol?" And they're like, "Yes." And they're like, "Do you have one with cock?" With cock.
With cock. Freudian slip, everybody.
I said, "Do you have a cocktail with alcohol?"
Clip that.
That's going to be the worst clip that ever happened. Do you have a cocktail with alcohol? And they're like, "Nope. We only have the ones without." So I got really annoyed, and it really didn't put me in a good mood to watch NCIS Sydney. And when it was done, then immediately some person pops up with a camera, which is very weird.
That's how they do it. That's exactly they make you feel indebted. That's how they do it. They make you feel indebted, and then they jump you with the press.
That's absolutely their ploy. I mean, I've been to loads of films. I've been to loads of screenings where they literally corner you to ask you what you think and stuff like whether it be on whether it be ticking things off paper or having a video camera. And I always refuse to do it. And when I remember I did it once, I think it was for Love and Thunder. And I remember they had a camera, and I said it was the worst film I've ever seen in my life. And they were and I was talking about it, and you could see that their eyes going towards the ground. And they weren't even looking at me, and you knew they weren't going to use that footage. Of course, they're not going to use that.
They don't ever stop me because I'm as homely as a mule's ass. So
punchable face, Reg. Can I have some cock with my beverage?
A good wit in there too, yeah.
Emperor Goodwin, Reg. Hello, Jay. Give me the cock. In fact, make it a double.
Give it to me raw.
That's so funny.
Oh, it's good to have you back, Price. Okay.
Well, it's good to be here until now. I have a feeling this incident here is going to haunt me for years.
It's good to watch you.
We're working on the soundboard right now.
It's gonna follow you around like Squarehead, isn't it? So yeah,
I need.
Okay, I was going to ask you, Price. Did you piss anybody off at that event? But I won't now because
I didn't. I don't think I pissed anybody off at the event.
Okay, shall we move on then, folks?
Yep.
Yes.
To another stunning victory.
You know, okay. There was a big announcement. We said this last week. There was a big announcement for the London premiere thing of Marvel, and this is what it was. Marvel fans were left disappointed after Russo brothers teased a huge Avengers Doomsday surprise that turned out to be signed coffee bags rather than a new trailer.
Yeah, who the hell's marketing this thing? Like, you don't build up all this hype and mystery and then follow through with some super lame coffee shop meet that nobody had a chance to go to except the influencers that you gave advance notice to anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they can't cut a trailer because the movie's not done filming yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, what you
stupid.
You get coffee, fools.
Yeah. Disney is just so good at sort of creating fan bad will. It's almost supernatural.
Let's move on, shall we?
Yes. One cock, shaken, not stirred.
But what kind of hints are there on the coffee bag about what's going to happen in the movie? We have to analyze the label to figure it out.
It wasn't the coffee wasn't supplied by a famous YouTuber, if you know what I mean.
No, it was not.
Okay.
I got a strange feeling that a bluehead person came up with this idea.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you
They're not
think?
very good at coming up with the ideas, yeah.
Oh, they aren't.
No, this is apparently Robert Downey Jr.'s new brand of coffee.
Oh,
actually.
Yeah. Who cares?
Oh, who's this Joker? Price?
It's me.
Yes, it's you. New Supergirl poster wisely conceals her cock.
As a poster, not so bad actually. I think it's good. I think it's quite nice. The poster.
Yeah, it shows her best side, the one you can't see.
Yeah.
Anybody?
What's to say? This is going to be a massive flop. It's going to be a terrible film. We all know it.
Yeah. Brown, look up Punchable Faces comment, not the latest one, but the one before that.
Yes, sir. It's not this one, is
Please.
it? Oh,
520.
Okay. Bear with me. Just amuse yourself, folks. Punchable face. Wrenched. Coffee bags is what Tom calls. Damn. Damn. Not long to wait for this.
I got my nieces begging me to go with them.
Oh no!
To see this film, and I'm really going to. I mean, I probably will. I really probably fall asleep halfway through it. I probably will, but
you're going to fall asleep 5 times?
Yeah. Well, look. I'm going to definitely see Disclosure on Wednesday. It's been released over here on Wednesday, and I probably would have to go and see this with them on. Is it Thursday? It's been released. I don't know.
Yeah, just make sure you take them all at once so you don't have to end up seeing it 5 times.
That's the idea. That's the idea.
That will be a very, very good idea, wouldn't it, to do that?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want you to suffer 5 times with this. It's just not cricket, is it?
Yeah, and I have no doubt that people watching this will suffer.
Do you know what? I this is a guess from me. I think it's just going to be okay. But people are not interested in Supergirl at all. It shouldn't. Again, I would say this: it shouldn't have been Supergirl. Superman should have had a single movie with nobody else in it apart from him, and then the next one should be Batman. So I don't know what brain guns got, but he's
Brainiac.
He's making a huge mistake. He really is. But anyway,
there you go. Huge mistake.
Agreed.
Maybe they should maybe they should have that on the poster. Supergirl making a huge mistake.
I've made a huge mistake.
and I should have a quote from Price saying "cock," shouldn't it? Just at the side.
Yeah.
More cock, please.
Yeah. Isn't how this film opens with Crypto making a mistake on the newspaper?
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah,
but he got most of that mistake on onto the
Superman.
Anyway, okay, we'll do the next one. I'm going to need to reset my mic. It's clipped again.
Oh god, this guy in his pajamas! What a fucking ridiculously stupid costume that is.
They still haven't got the fit right.
No.
New look at David Corenswet as Superman in Man of Tomorrow. Looking slightly better, but not.
Do you know what? Right, seriously, I don't care what anyone says. This guy's not Superman. He really isn't. I shall stop there.
Really?
It disappoints me every time I see a picture of Superman. It disappoints me that this Superman could have been so great, as I mean fucking great, but it wasn't. It was just a fucking piece of shit, wasn't it? Let's face it. My heart sinks every time I see a picture of Corn Sweat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, really the costume looks like shit, and he looks like shit in it, and he is kind of buff. So I don't know what they're doing with this.
They don't want him to be manly. That's what they don't want him to be. Stoic either, because that's masculine. They don't want girls to fall at their feet and be in love with him like in the first Superman movie, the 78 Superman. They don't want any of the stuff that's associated with a real man.
Yeah, they want Superman to go. I talked about it with HR, and we've decided we should sit down and come to a consensus about the patriarchy.
That's what's happening in there. I have no doubt. That's why we've got soft Superman. Superman who talks like a 13-year-old that doesn't understand the world around him. How could you not understand the world around you? You're bloody 33. You've been on the bloody planet for 33 years, you twat. Do you know what I mean? Just honestly, it just annoys me. It really... You should have been there when I saw this film the first time with Keith. I stood up and I said, that was a load of shit at the top of my voice. At the top of my voice. And people just looked at me, and one person actually looked at me and he nodded because he agreed with me. It honestly, the worst
wasn't James Gunn, was it?
No, it was some guy. He agreed.
Oh, Chinese, was he?
Yeah, some guy.
No.
Okay, I need to reset my mic, so I'm busy doing something else. So, Ista, go on, Phil, mate.
I was very angry when the first 20 minutes of Superman, I was getting increasingly angry at how they were treating him, ridiculing him. He was the butt of the joke. Everybody was so shitty towards him. It's the opposite of heroic. And then the movie sorted, I don't know, I still think it's sort of meh. I'm inclined to say, not really that great. It had a few moments in there, but the beginning of that movie, and it was so much show, it was so much tell, don't show, exposition heavy bullshit, and the dizzying camera angles that are trying to make up for the lack of an actual story, unclear character motivations. It was just a mess.
I got annoyed with that interview between Lois Lane and Superman. As if someone of 33 years old who works for a newspaper wouldn't know that if he was Superman and flew to another country and interfered with them, there would be no blowback on that. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's so stupid. It's like what you're doing is you're making that character the dumbest person in the film. And that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. And this idea that, he's trying to sell the idea that Superman is kind. So being kind is the new cool. That's what he's trying to sell. But he's not being kind. He's being stupid. There's a difference between being kind and clever or being kind and stupid. And in this film, he was kind and stupid because he couldn't read the room. It was an insult to the character of Superman, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. He was so beta, and everybody would get. Yeah, I get that Clark has to be, but I think I found a new avatar here, Swappers. Man, that's just that's beautiful.
It was just stupid anyway, wasn't it?
He was.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else alive on the panel?
I basically think that I agree with most of what Ian said, and it also goes hand in hand with this feeling that there's never a case now that I go into a movie and it's a big production and it's either a superhero or any other kind of male protagonist. There's always that thing where he has to look stupid, and that there's people around him, women or other people, that are making him look bad, and he's kind of like dumb, and he's not noble or competent or confident or heroic. And the fact that I sat there and I saw they were doing this to Superman right out the gate already annoyed me, because I hate it in all the other, I don't dislike seeing it in all the other properties, but this is the one where, like, if you're going to make him a stupid bum, then just don't make the movie.
Yeah. Totally agree. It is the worst adaptation of Superman in the history of Superman on film. It really is.
This should be the benchmark of superhero movies at the moment.
It should, yeah, but it's not. That's the thing. Everything about it is wrong, in my opinion. It really. Also, have you seen the clip from the new Supergirl film? She lands in this ship. Okay, there's a clip. A bit of spoiler, right? Let me explain, right? So basically, she lands in the ship and Superman discovers her, and she's speaking Kryptonian, right? And he's standing there going, okay, so, you have to, this is Earth and blah, blah, blah. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, if she can speak Kryptonian, why didn't she decipher his parents' message?
Don't know.
Like, what? Do you know what I mean? So I give up. Like, I just don't care.
Okay. Video avatars, by the way. Turn them off, please. New look at Nicholas Hoult as Warsuit Lex on the set of Man of Tomorrow.
This looks like Party City shit.
Lex Lightyear.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, very
beautiful.
Good, It looks dumb as hell. I'm serious.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to be doing some CGI stuff on the back end, but it looks dumb.
It'll probably look okay as the camera spins around it real fast and you get annoyed by the shitty writing.
Oh, I don't care. He's the wrong person to play Lex. He's too young. Lex Luthor is an intelligent, devious human being. Nicholas Hoult doesn't play him that way at all.
Yeah, there's nobody smart enough there to write an intelligent Lex Luthor.
It should be the gold standard of movies. This.
Does he have a special button on his suit that wipes his tears?
Yeah. Or shave his head. It looks like a cosplay costume.
Yeah.
You know, when you go to cosplay things, it really does look like a cosplay costume. It really does. And also,
if you'll notice,
he got arrested at the last movie. So where is all his money coming from? Usually, when you get arrested, all your money gets seized by the government. And so, anyway,
there you go. Sophie numbers, legend, ranch, all that. Hoult could be a good Lex, but gun. Yeah, there you go.
It's true. Maybe.
They never have the women cry in these movies, but the men, it's mandatory.
Absolutely.
That goes against most of my life experience. Sorry.
You got people making Superman that doesn't want to make Superman the way it should be made. That's the problem.
All right, it's a bit of a downer this tonight.
Well, it's always a downer, isn't it?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, more downer.
A big Disney trailer is expected to release next week.
Who cares?
Is that Toy Story?
Probably not. Toy Story 5 is eyeing a 150 to 175 million opening weekend at the domestic box office, biggest opening weekend of the year so far. When's this out? Do we know?
Yeah, really, like a week before Supergirl, or a week after. It's one of those.
Anybody going to see it?
Yeah, June 19th is the week before.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, so not a couple of weeks.
And it might be eyeing also a 90% second week drop when everybody decides they don't want to see the Jesse story.
Do you know what? I'm just going to listen to Price's night owl thing.
Price, just go see
I can't be asked. I can't be asked.
Price, just go see it for everybody in the chat and us as well.
Toy Story 5?
We can't be asked.
Okay.
Well, every movie that I don't want to see, I just listen to you.
Yeah, 4 was bad enough. I don't know why everyone's excited for this.
And it's clear that this is going to be the way that it's been marketed. The shots that we've gotten that have been used in the marketing. This is definitely going to be a Jesse centric story.
Yeah, but they're trying to hide it. They're really pretending it's about Buzz and Woody, and it's not. Yeah,
they're going to use some of the trailers and stuff to try and convince us that Woody and Buzz are the center of the story, but they're not going to be. They're going to be ancillary characters in this.
Silence. Should we do a super chat before we all disappear? Ardent Party wrenched $5 Canadian. Thank you, my friend. What's anyone? Anyone else? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else have separated at birth twins headcanon for Tila and Evelyn because they own the 80s toys?
Hey?
Swappers, you know about this. Do you?
He doesn't. He doesn't.
I mean, they did have the same. Yeah, they came from the same mold.
Yeah.
Oh, the character, the figures. Yeah.
The toys,
The figures came from the same. Just like a lot of the, if you look at He-Man and Skeletor, they have essentially the exact same musculature, the same, the exact same size, just molded in different colors of plastic. It's the same.
Is that the brother eye symbol on his chest?
On whose chest?
Yeah, I don't know what that's referring to. Yeah.
Sorry, mate, we're all.
Art and it.
Okay. From the Lex Luthor thing. I can see where you might think it kind of looks like it. Yeah.
Okay, cheers, my friend. We completely butchered that, but appreciate the super chat, mate.
Hey, we're halfway to the goal. Come on, guys, we can do it.
Shall we?
Oh no!
Fuck it! What?
Oh, no.
What is this?
New poster for Sir Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey in theaters on July, or is it? Well, it is July 17.
Or is it July?
I do like that poster, though. I think the poster's quite neat.
Yeah, if it's the movie Real Steel 2. But this is supposed to be Sicily, right? Or am I mistaking this for a different segment of the book?
Is that in New York, Little Sicily?
No, this is the land of the giants. This is, I'm assuming, since they're giant.
Yeah. Did you hear that all the IMAX has been sold out for this film?
Yeah.
It's crazy, right?
Well, the IMAX 70 millimeter showings, which are only happening in about 3 dozen theaters.
Yeah.
Those have sold out. Those sold out last year.
Yeah.
They sold tickets to those a year ago. So those are sold out. I got my ticket. I had to they said, "Oh, tickets are such in demand for this. The AMC website has to be taken down. You have to get in line to get tickets for this." So, I waited in line on my phone to get tickets because it's when I was sitting in the Masters of the Universe movie. I was waiting on my phone to get tickets, and it popped up to say, "Oh, tickets are open now." So I went to go get tickets for my theater in IMAX, the earliest showing. I was the third person to get tickets in the theater. I went back and looked. There have been 16 tickets sold in that IMAX theater. So.
These are supposed to be the Lestragonians that he encounters on Sicily, the cannibalistic giants wearing like furs, and this is nonsense.
Side effects, legend drenched. Is he noshing that giant off?
You know what's going to actually sell this film is Matt Damon in that gay setup picture. You ever see that gay setup picture? That's probably what's going to sell the film, right? Yeah, let's have it in feathers.
Listen, I don't think this is going to bomb, but I think this is going to make a lot less money than they are hoping for. Because
this is going to have a huge opening weekend, and it's going to have a huge drop after that.
Price, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Price, you know about movies.
Yes.
Is this movie going to sell this movie to us? Why should we watch this movie?
What, The Odyssey?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think that people are going to watch it just because of Christopher Nolan. It's not going to be a complete flop because of his name. And it's one of the only directors that people are going to still go out and say it's a Christopher Nolan movie. And that's an international thing. But the one thing I'll say is that if this movie is just some joke, then it's not going to get a ton of repeat viewings. And that's where I think he's not going to make his big money. Or listen, at the end, there could be one movie where a guy gets arrogant and has something of a flop, and this could be it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to do well in Greece at all for international.
No, it's not going to do well there. But
it'll do well in California, though, won't it?
I'm still going to watch it. You know, I still like Christopher Nolan. I like his movies, and I'm interested in seeing what he's trying to do here. Every movie I go in to see, I try to give it a chance. But at the same time, my expectations just aren't very high from this.
I'm the opposite. I do like Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy, but everything else he's made beyond that have been confusing or just overindulgent. And I haven't seen him make a really good film since the Batman movies, in my opinion, of course. I like the explosion bomb film. That's what I call it. It was okay, but it was, for me, it was nothing to write home about. Do you know what I mean? The Batman films, yes, but the rest of the films, Interstellar, I was totally confused on that one. What's that one? The thing if it's going backwards, that was just
Tenet.
rubbish. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tenet. He's had plenty of flops, and you know what? The third Batman movie sucked. I don't care that movie was awful.
It was the worst one out of the three. Yes, I've got to admit. Yeah. Still interesting though.
I like what Emperor Goodwin says about Nolan. There, I agree.
Care to read it?
Yes. So Nolan is a midwit who's convinced he's a genius, and I'm tired of his BS long ago.
Emperor Goodwin Wrench, by the way. Yep. Okay.
Oh yeah, sorry.
We've done that. Shall we? Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, we'll do this. Georgie Selrex Wrench. Oh, my friend. Oppenheimer. Massively overrated. It was all right, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it was. I mean, the thing is, though, it was really good, but it was really unnecessary for those sex scenes to be in it, and it's just I don't know. There was something about the movie I thought it was good, but and then there's the big but I can't remember what comes after the big butt.
If there had been a big butt, that probably would have helped.
Yeah, her butt wasn't that big, but if you're going to show her tits, you really need to do something about those things.
Let's. This is probably a sidestep.
Ian, check your WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
The first popcorn bucket for the Odyssey is an IMAX camera. What?
Oh,
definitely buy that. Thanks, Swappers.
That kind of, doesn't that show you he's more focused on the technology than the actual story?
It's not him, though. It's not him.
It's because they can't think of anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's another one. I think they thought of something.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Just an upside down Greek helmet. It's already a perfect bucket.
Nobody's feeling that, are they?
No.
Apparently, this is in some places. This is already like sold out pre-orders. I think it's the dumbest looking. I think it's the dumbest looking popcorn bucket they've ever made. It's so stupid. Really, this is how creatively bankrupt this movie is. This is as good as they can do. Is a square that looks like that says IMAX on the side. Literally, I mean, I could print this with a 3D printer. It's
very sad that films are now reduced to this because they're scared that the film won't make any money. At least we can make money on the popcorn bucket. It's like, what the fuck? Do you know what I mean?
Oh, the theaters. The theaters are what are making money on the popcorn bucket.
Yeah, and thank God, or half of them would have already gone out of business.
Yeah, that's why I actually, if I see one of these popcorn buckets that I think is clever or nice design or something, like I got that one for the Back to the Future revival, I don't mind buying it because I know that the actual theater is going to get basically 90% of that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Thinking man's joke there, Durkee. I like it.
Always to be applauded. Shall we sidestep?
Yeah. Let's, because this is good.
This okay? I'm assuming this is AI and parody.
No, this is a real popcorn bucket.
It's real.
Yeah.
You're joking.
Nope. It's real. You're
joking. Shall I press the button?
Yes, please.
Press it.
Okay, so you've got a choice of these popcorn. You've got this IMAX. Ian, are you watching the IMAX?
Yep.
Or would you buy this one?
I think I'd buy the IMAX. What's this girl up to? Having popcorn in her boobies. Well, she doesn't have any boobies anymore, does she?
I thought this was like AI fan swappers did this creation type AI art. What? Is this genuine?
No, this isn't genuine.
No, yeah.
No, I don't think she's Achilles either, but it is funny as hell.
If they did have this, you'd have all these blue-haired women outside the cinema screaming on their knees, screaming at the top of their voice for like 5 hours. That's what really will happen. But
instead of screaming on Twitter at this very tweet.
yeah.
That would sell, though.
Oh, God.
It would.
Yeah. On that shirt. Craziness.
Anyway, shall we move on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think we'll move on before we all. Okay. Scary Movie 6 debuts with 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. Is that good or bad then?
Well,
Night Ashen.
Bad, but I haven't seen what the popcorn meter says for the audience, but I think a lot of audience enjoyed it. But the funny part is, maybe it got a 20%, but guess what? It's still made nearly twice as much as Masters of the Universe in theaters this weekend.
Yeah, I honestly think a low critic score is sort of a signal to people that they might like the movie. Yeah, absolutely.
I heard that it's not very funny, this film, apparently.
Well, it made 100 is it 120 or round about that?
I saw 104.
Oh, 104.
What I saw.
30 mil budget. So it's going to make money.
Well, better do.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay.
Because they did not spend a lot of marketing for this either. So yeah, it's all been word of mouth marketing for the most part. So yeah, they probably don't have a huge marketing spend on it. So yeah, I mean, another weekend and it's probably in the black.
It's just videos of them going, "What's up?" Isn't it?
Well, they're already, if the worldwide total apparently is 105 million for Scary Movie, then if their budget was 30 million, looks like they're in the clear.
Yep.
Well, yeah, I was saying after marketing. Yeah.
Even after, I think even after marketing, if you take, let's say, their budget, which was they say is $30 million, and the worldwide is $105 million. Even if you do their budget time 3 to include marketing and anything and whatever it is, and the theater splits, they're still not losing money. Moving forward, they're not losing any money. They've not lost money on this.
You're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Moving forward, yes.
No, but
Bill-
it's important. It was, they made a movie which wasn't very good. They didn't lose money.
Yeah, and why didn't they? Because the movie wasn't expensive, and that's a lesson.
Yep.
That is a good, if nothing else, these kind of brands or IPs, you have to understand, if He-Man, I'm sorry I'm going to say this, let's say He-Man would have made a more low-budget movie, something maybe even less CGI effects
50
and less,
million.
like, make it more grounded, like a medieval thing, like those things that they film in Ireland or something, in some castle or whatever it is, make it more minimal, make it for $30 million. They could have boasted now that they're making money. Make it for $50 million. But when you make it for $200 million, it's dumb.
On 1 hour 40. Okay, let's move on then. We're not going to get all the slides done tonight. Okay. Bill Nighy joins the John Wick spin-off, Kane. Not about Michael either. Directed by and starring Donnie Yen. Also starring Rena
Sawayama.
Thank you. Dacre
Dacre.
Montgomery and Mason James.
Hell yeah, dude. Bill Nighy's awesome, and I'll at least this one is worth it checking out. I think
I would like to watch this one. Yes,
but it just goes to show that there's no work, because Bill Nighy usually stars in films of quality. He was in one of Jason Statham movies, and now he's in John Wick. It's just like, like now they're saying, fuck it, I don't want to be in quality movies. I just want to make money.
Job's a job, isn't it?
And that's what they're doing. Yeah, job's a job. And that's what he's doing. Yeah. So
or, maybe he likes it, but I wouldn't turn him away, man. The guy is a legend.
Yeah, he is. He is definitely. But Bill Nighy, where's John Wick? Yeah, so he'll be a bit weird in this bloody freaking film, because he doesn't really belong, does he? Let's face it, in a film like this. But it's directed by Donnie Yen, though, so that's something at least.
He might belong. He's older. They need an old evil guy with gravitas. He can pull that off. I think he can easily, perfectly fit and belong in a movie like this. When you need to represent an extremely powerful person or a extremely powerful, bad guy boss.
Yeah.
Donnie Yen, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Donnie Yen's brilliant at what he does.
Yeah.
I just hope the script is good. That's all.
I was going to say, I don't know about so much about him brilliant as a director.
Yeah, he is. He's directed a lot of stuff in his own country, which I've seen, and he basically directs the action. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch to say he's directing the whole film. He's going to direct the action, and he's probably going to have the second unit or the first unit helping him out when it comes to other stuff. So it's good.
Yeah, he's very good.
Is that Alan Ng from Phil?
Film
yeah. It's not.
Okay.
If it was, he would have smacked David Gore, whatever his name is, in the
David.
head.
Oh, is that
David
Frank
Gore.
and Chris's long lost brother?
That's right. Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody, anything to add? Swappers, Price, anything to add?
No, not really.
I haven't seen a John Wick movie, and I don't intend to start.
I mean, I think I watched a number of John Wick movies and the ballerina one, but I really think only the first John Wick movie was truly decent.
Yeah,
I agree.
Sylvester Stallone's hit series #Tulsa King is taking its production to New York to take advantage of a newly launched incentives as well as for story reasons. Source Variety.
Well, that's
the thing
because
is, they
of,
can't take it all to New York all the time. I mean,
No.
it's supposed to
Yeah.
happen in Tulsa, and New York doesn't quite look like Tulsa,
Well,
if you know what I mean.
There's two reasons, isn't there? There's one because of Samuel L. Jackson, because his character is meant to be in New York, and two is because he came from New York, and that family is giving him grief.
Yeah.
In Tulsa,
No,
so,
Jackson's
yeah.
character is in New Orleans.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm wrong about that.
His show is going to be shot in the Big Easy.
Okay.
This is, I think, this will be season 5 there because they've done season 4.
He's got to
Yeah,
take
I
over
wonder-
that family, hasn't he? The family in New York. That's probably
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
it's about.
And if that's what's going to happen, that needs to be the end of the show. Then I don't want to see Tulsa King running a gang in New York.
Yeah. And I wonder what they're going to do when Mondami nationalizes all of their filming equipment and lights and gear. And
Here you go. Incentives. It'll be tax breaks, I assume.
Yeah, always.
yeah. No, tax credits. They actually get cash back. That's the difference. So New York City citizens who apparently don't have a large enough tax burden as it is will be paying money out of their pockets for this movie. Show, sorry.
Adam Paddy wrenched. Tulsa King season 1 was perfect story, yes? Haven't bothered with the rest of it.
I agree. And the thing is, though, is that it's the difference between the UK people who make TV shows, hit TV shows. UK people know when to stop. Yeah, right. Let's stop. We don't want it to be damaged, so we'll stop right here. But the Americans, they just keep going and going and going. So
yeah, they'll never stop if they think there's still money on the table.
Yeah.
2 was okay. 3 was.
Yeah, just a wash. For everything that was good in the third season, there was plenty that was not. So yeah, it just felt like it was just a holding pattern. It was just,
yeah, I just realized since TV shows are just movies now, you can look at each subsequent season as a sequel with diminishing returns. Because that's really what the model is.
Well, they're shot like movies, but they're literally soap operas. That's what they are. So
Yeah. Let's move on then. Who's this arse?
exactly.
Guy Ritchie, In the Grey, an action thriller. Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal playing a gay couple. Its weakness, lack of character development with Hollywood stuff baked in, slick but shallow.
Don't know if anyone's seen it though.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it. I would challenge this as an action movie. This is a young adult fantasy movie with some really simple ideas about how the world works.
I will say this. I thought that the banter of the gay was kind of supposed to be a joke. Like, I thought that they were sort of like, it was almost, I thought it was like not gay, meaning like they're kind of laughing at each other, making this kind of jokes about it. I don't really know how to explain it, but I didn't think they were seriously saying that they were a couple. Maybe I misunderstood the movie.
But that's why I put a question mark, because I didn't know either. I'm the same camp as you. It's confusing.
I think you can headcanon it either way, which is good because I wanted to headcanon it. But she also, it looks like they're trying to make her gay too.
Okay, who isn't
don't
gay
know.
in the movie then?
I didn't think that the movie, I didn't have, like, none of that really bothered me. I will say this. It's not Guy Ritchie's best movie. I understand that. It's very generic by the numbers, sort of like, heist movie, whatever you want to call it. But I saw it in the theater, and there have been worse movies that I've seen this year. It wouldn't be at the top of my list. It's not a great movie, but I wasn't like, I didn't think it was offensively bad. I just thought that when you go see a Guy Ritchie movie, you're kind of expecting more from the guy. But I didn't completely hate it with every fiber of my being.
Any cock in it, Price?
Yeah.
The reason why
there were no cocktails in this movie. No.
the reason why it's not like a Guy Ritchie movie, and I will say this for the cheap seats. When Guy Ritchie started making his movies, he didn't know what he was doing, right? And don't take it from me, take it for anyone that works with him. He didn't know what he was doing. When he made Lock Stock, he didn't know what he was doing. And the unique editing style was because of the editor, because he didn't shoot enough. So they were slowing things down, moving things fast, whatever. He was just learning his trade, right? Now he's gotten to the point where he'll take a job because his name sells when it comes to buying stuff around the world from different countries. His last film flopped in the cinema, but it made a huge amount of money selling it around the world. So that's where the value of Guy Ritchie is now in streaming. So basically, he's kind of gets directed now. So he's directing A to B now. He's not, the flair is gone. Yeah. But he will get, I reckon he will get back to it the more he does. Because I think he's got to the point where he's learned now how to direct succinctly, if you know what I mean.
Ian, we got your next projects. The Punchable Face, French. Broke Back and Two Smoking Buttholes.
Quit you.
Listen,
you know what's interesting though? I like what Ian was saying now, because I was looking at Amazon yesterday, and when I was looking, I think at their top streaming, I think it was Amazon that people are paying. This was number 2, and I guess it seems to be doing well in digital pay-per-view streaming. So if the movie costs like $60 million to make, maybe with $60 million of a budget, a very minimal release, which came and went very quickly and didn't make a ton of money, but that along with the streaming, maybe it's not a complete disaster for them,
I don't think it is. Listen, I found it mostly entertaining. You have to ignore all the gay shit in here, and it is really absurd, ridiculous. Like the legal, like none of the physics or ridiculous, the politics.
But there was a bit of fun.
I was entertained because of the charisma of Gyllenhaal and Henry Cavill. They really pulled it off. They're fun to watch, and they're coming up with plans, and they're blowing shit up and shooting things. It was entertaining. I didn't even
mind her. I think she looks nice. Like I didn't hate her either.
She was a little. Yeah, I actually liked that they let her get on the back foot. She was so girl bossy for most of the movie, but then she gets the shit scared out of her. So she was okay too.
I'll tell you what I liked. They made her a girl boss when it comes to legal affairs and stuff that like negotiation. If there's a negotiation or a deal or a contract, she's like Mrs. like the best ever that ever happened. The second somebody pulls out a gun and there's like a gunfight, Cavill and Gyllenhaal are doing all the work, and she's literally in the corner scared and crying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this actually, at least they didn't go like, if they would have had her say to Cavill and Gyllenhaal, step aside, and she takes like a machine gun and gets rid of everybody, I would have said that that's like an annoying girl boss. The fact that like her weakness was that actually when there was a threat that she's like hiding in the corner and they're doing all the work, I have to say that made her not a girl boss.
Yeah. And the thing is, man, there was an actual good movie in here. Are we doing spoilers?
No, because I've not watched it.
Nobody.
Okay, but
I was going to say nobody cares about this, but okay, let's not say anything then.
Well, here's the funny thing: if they let her do her thing in the second half of the movie, but for the other guys, that could have been a really interesting. I think there was actually a really good movie in here. Instead, it was just Ian said it was all style, no substance, slick. It was entertaining. I watched it. I wasn't watching the clock.
Go on then, spoil it.
Do you know the thing I didn't like about the thing I didn't hold on, sorry, matey. The thing I didn't like about this movie is it was telling you what was going to happen, and I found that really frustrating. I wanted to go on the journey, but they keep explaining what's going to happen, and then it happens. You're like, what? You know what I mean?
Half of the movie was pure exposition. It was called like Exposition the Movie Heist. Like, it's like how they usually set up a heist with a voiceover, except for the first half of the movie. Okay, so she specializes in recovering money for investment bank companies that loan money out to deadbeats and criminals. So she's tasked with getting $1 billion back, and Cavill and Gyllenhaal are her muscle. And she gets it back. She really pisses off the bad guy. So he has her kidnapped, and then the dudes have to go and blow up everybody and rescue her. But if she had turned it around and said, instead of kidnapping me, you should have had me work for you. And then all of a sudden, she's working against the people that she was working for in the first half of the movie, trying to get the bad guys' money back. There was an interesting film in there.
It could have been done better, and I agree also with Ian. Maybe that, like, at this point, he just kind of films it and is like, fuck it, I'll fix it in post or whatever it is. That in the editing, and maybe he just kind of put it together like an exposition. Maybe it was too much exposition. And with all of that being said, I still sat in the theater and I didn't feel like, oh, this movie has come here to offend me. You know what I mean? Like, this movie is a generic Guy Ritchie movie, which could have been 3 times better than it is. But even like the weakest of Guy Ritchie movies that are just kind of by the numbers, generic and full of exposition and a lot of style over substance, still better than a lot of the other shit I've seen in recent years.
Yeah, agree, this is an Adam Sandler action movie is what it is, and he's become the Netflix Adam Sandler for action. But it was still, it does what it needs to do. He understands the assignment. It was entertaining. At no point watching this did I feel tormented, tortured, or lectured to. I just felt it was a little too gay.
Sorry, can I just say, I'll be brief. There's one rule that they broke here. So basically, they won't allow the woman to be soft or to be talked down to or anything, but they would allow a black guy to die. So there you go. That's what they did in the movie. So.
Yeah, but he did it very heroically. And of course, she looked a little bit upset when her girlfriend got killed.
Yeah. And Rosamund Pike's it's obvious they had Rosamund Pike for 2 days. That was it. Yeah. That's all they had her for 2 days. She was in the same room all the time, wasn't she? So.
Yeah, or 2 hours, man. She was in there. But you know what? She did a good job. She kind of plays these, hard-ass corporate types really well. So.
Okay. All right. Price, question. Yes. You seem to be agreeing with Ian a lot these days. Something going on there?
I guess when you reach a certain age, you start agreeing with Ian on stuff.
Yeah. It's not a bad film. It just doesn't work for me. And the characterization is very flat with everyone. I wanted to feel for both the leads and the woman, but I didn't feel anything for them because things were moving fast and it didn't take its time. So there you go.
I think we all agree there was potential with the cast and with this director and with this production to make like an excellent movie, and it's a movie that at best can be described as somewhat okay.
But there's no way that Guy Ritchie actually wrote this. He must have had ghost writers in this as well. He must have done.
Can we have that on the poster? Somewhat okay.
No, or maybe he just wrote it kind of, he was busy. He was like on a plane between 2 vacations, and he just grabbed like a pen and paper, like wrote a bunch of crap, and said, "We'll just bring some cameras there. It'll be okay. Don't worry."
Oh.
Listen, but also it was invested by the Dubai, wasn't it? Heavily financed by Dubai, and they want movies to actually happen over there. So you could see this is like one of those films that they put all the puzzles together, hoping that it will make money around the world. Let's get Henry, let's get Gyllenhaal, let's get Guy Ritchie, and stuck them all together and hope that it will. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a puzzle movie. By the numbers.
There was a lot of Arabic in the credits. I'll give him, and also Isaac Gonzalez is really smoking in this.
Okay.
But I have to say, even the gay jokes were kind of funny. Like they pulled them off a lot better than Masters of the Universe did.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, to me, the way I looked at it, it almost looked like in the 80s when you had movies, the 2 like protagonists make fun of each other with those type of jokes.
Tango and Cash.
I thought that it was sort of a throwback to that. Unfortunately, in the time that we live in now, you don't know if it's a joke or not. So I looked at it thinking, oh, they must be telling jokes now. And you guys are like, maybe they were serious. And I don't know.
That scene when he says to him, "It's your turn to be drunk." And then as he's leaving, he puts the hat on his head. He goes to him, "I love you." And he turns around Henry pretends to write in a book and he goes, write it in a letter. Do you know, like a girl.
Yeah.
He does that.
Hey.
I was thinking to myself, what the hell am I watching here?
I thought they were kind of taking the piss out of each other.
I
but
don't know. It's hard to figure
it's
out.
Odd.
Isn't it?
Or maybe you guys have cracked it. Maybe they wanted to do something that on one hand, it would be seen as making fun of that. And on the other hand, they could also try to spin it as like, no, it's really happening. And it's so ambiguous that you're not sure if it's this or that. Maybe that's the whole idea. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think it's just the absurdity of the plot kept it from being sort of more grounded. The jokes landed. They didn't bother me. This was funded by the Red Sea Film Foundation, which is a Saudi
Red Sea
organization.
Pedestrians. Right. Okay. Let's move on then.
That's this.
Henry Cavill has been cast alongside Kevin Hart in McGee's new action comedy for Netflix. The film follows two rival spies who find themselves in a prenatal class. What? While their wives become friends.
Well, Kevin Hart is a spy. He's like 5'0" and he always plays the same character in movies. So it's just going to be. You might as well just put The Rock in it rather than Henry. Maybe The Rock wasn't available. I don't know. It's going to be the same movie. He makes the same movie over and over again. So
but he's really good at. He's really good at sneaking in and out of places without being seen because he's so tiny. So he's make a perfect spy.
I don't know.
McGee,
I like Kevin. Sorry, go ahead.
I also don't think much of McGee. Like everything
Do they
here
make
seems
burgers. Oh, that's McDee's.
between it being Netflix, McGee, and Kevin Hart, it looks like this is going to be something very generic. With that being said, for streaming, if this is going to go straight to streaming, it's probably something that you could throw on and it's going to be barely watchable, I would say.
Yeah.
But when they're in the prenatal class, they're going to be taking a lot of crap for being men. They're going to be ribbed. But at the same time, I could see it being slightly amusing. Maybe.
A good win wrench. McGee is the idiot who made Terminator Salvation.
Also, right, let's remember that when they have stars in streaming films, okay, if it doesn't hit the first time around, you just got to remember that when people are scrolling, okay, say for instance this gets released tomorrow, and then 3 years later it's still on the streaming, and you're scrolling and you see Henry and you see Kevin. Wait a moment, wow, those two are in it. I'll take a look. That's the reason why.
This is going to do decently for Netflix. I have a feeling that the day they premiere this and you see Cavill and Kevin Hart, Cavill, women like him. Now, I don't know if women like him enough to go see every movie that he wants to do in the theater, but a generic comedy with Kevin Hart that's going to be they're going to push it on Netflix every second. You're going to see it on the front page and they'll show Henry probably looking okay for the ladies. They're going to click on this. Some people are going to click on this movie.
Yeah, you can see how they're aiming at multiple quadrants to bring people into this. It's obvious.
It's not a terrible idea. If I was Netflix, I would think that out of a lot of their ideas, which some of them aren't that great, I would think that this one is a decent one. Kevin Hart is like their Adam Sandler or one of their Adam Sandlers. You put a movie with him, somebody's going to click on it. You have Henry Cavill along with Kevin Hart. There's going to be some press. You're going to talk about it. It seems like an Odd Couple situation because he's like, the kind of this short guy that's out funny, whatever, where Henry is more like smooth and suave and whatever it is. And I could see this being an Odd Couple type of comedy.
Yeah. But again, right, it's star power. Like, as I said, if I look at Netflix now, I'm looking at films and there's one with Robert De Niro. That's a thought in my mind. Well, that might be good. I've never seen it. It's got Robert De Niro in it. And that's what they're playing on. That's why they have stars in their movies. Otherwise, what's the point having stars in your movies if you're just going to have it streaming?
By an hour rad wrenched. Well, mate, Henry Cavill should have been He-Man.
No, he should be Bond.
I wouldn't want to do that to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that to him either.
Let's move on then, votes.
Ooh.
This is interesting.
Netflix film chief Dan Lin has reaffirmed that they will not work with directors who want theatrical releases. There is a group of filmmakers who still want theatrical Those are filmmakers that we've accepted we just won't work with.
That's completely big U-turn. Before, because they went and they said that, remember, was it Congress or whatever? They said that they
but they were lying. That's
they were lying through their teeth.
I'm glad they didn't buy Paramount now, aren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yep, they were lying. They have no intention of supporting theaters at all. They want everything in their platform. They want to make the cheapest, crummiest slop possible and pump it out as fast as possible on their streaming platform. Because they know that their dominance as a streaming platform is going to be coming apart pretty soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, they need content. They need to trap people in this and keep their eyes glued to the screen. And it really doesn't matter if it's good or not, as long as people just keep doom scrolling, they're winning.
Yeah.
There you go. Silence.
They're willing to work with creators who will make absolute trash like Electric State. That's
the Netflix metric for success isn't subscribers or even the amount of money they're bringing in. Their metric for success is the amount of hours every person watches every week. So they don't really care if it's good.
Speaking of hours watched, YouTube Premium is increasing from $13.99 to $15.99 a month, while family plans are rising to $26.99. They also added a feature that speeds up playback during irrelevant moments to save viewers time.
What's a relevant moment?
This entire stream played on 2 speed might be all right if you're not fucking about.
I just wish there wasn't any algorithm, because I'd like to see the other side of YouTube. As I said, when I went to visit my brother in Canada, he watches YouTube on his TV, and there were all these streams that I've never heard of. I was like, this is it, and this, and this, and some of them are really good, but because of the algorithm, I can't see them because it's based on what I watch, which is really annoying.
Ian, that's why you create another account and you just search for a bunch of woke stuff, and you'll get all of the stuff that it hasn't shown you for your other account.
It's based on your IP, so it'll know it's you.
No, it's not, because multiple people live at the same IP address. It's based on your account.
Is that so you just don't have to watch the ads?
It's one of the reasons. It's the main thing. Yeah.
Well,
there's a number of features you get with it, but the biggest one is not having ads. Yeah.
It also
there's
gives
no ads. You can you get YouTube Music that comes along with it, and there's you can do streaming. There's some stuff you can do, like if you're using a mobile device, you can stream while you don't have the app.
Background
center. Like picture stuff.
Yeah, and you get faster playback speeds than without it, so you can go up to 4 or 5x, and it gives you background playback.
Yeah, and they're gonna do this new this new playback feature that essentially it's just it's what a lot of like podcasts streaming software would do, where it has like smart speed, where it can look for silences and stuff like that in what's being played back, so that it can speed up during those silences. Yeah, it'll do the same with videos.
Yeah. I think it lets you download certain videos for offline playback. Yeah,
you can download stuff too. Yeah, we pay for this. I pay for this for my family because I don't want my kids exposed to the absolute, just insane amount of ads that are on YouTube. Even for the little amount of time that they're allowed on there each day. Like, I don't want them having to wade through all that crap.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go. Swappers, are you still alive? Anything to add? No. Question.
No.
Yeah, let's move on then.
Obsession.
Who's this?
Joker. Keep saying it.
Yes. Love makes a what? Love makes a monster. The collective gasps, jumps, and nervous laughter said it all. Obsession is easily the year's best horror film so far. Recommended.
It's only because there's only been 2 horror films so far. That's why it's the best. But Obsession is a very well-made film. It grabbed me from the very first frame to the last frame before the credits. I thought it was a very well-made movie, and I thought it was very entertaining, and I recommend it. So there you go.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I thought it was an entertaining movie, and the fact that the guy made it for less than $1 million.
Doing very well, isn't it?
What'd you say?
It's doing very well.
It's going to be in one of those lists, in those kind of lists when they say the movie that you invested the least and made the most, or whatever it is, return on investment, $750,000, and it's making really a lot of money.
It made 25 million this weekend, and it's been out for 4 weeks.
Yeah. Awesome. And I encourage that. I actually encourage this. I want to see people that are up and coming filmmakers get a chance like that. Give them $1 million. Let them make a movie. Maybe they can make something good. I want to see more of this.
Shall we have a whip round for Ian?
I honestly, I hope they give Mega Geek $1 million to make a movie. I have seen what he made with like $5, and I thought it was really solid. I can only imagine with $1 million, Ian would put to shame a lot of Hollywood directors. I say this honestly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, instead of blowing 70 million on a piece of crap, give 70 directors $1 million and see what they can do with it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Hell yes. Please.
But
instead of throwing away 170 million on a stupid He-Man film, give 10 directors.
The reason why Obsession is really good, and the reason why the audience have favored it, is because it actually involves you as a viewer. The things that actually happen in there, you go shit, or you go what's going on, or you're disgusted. So it really involves you as a viewer, and majority of films from Hollywood don't. You always cringing when you watch things like Marvel and something from Netflix and stuff because of all the crappy woke stuff. But Obsession is an independent film financed by the director with his own money, and because of it was in a festival, it got picked up by I can't remember what distributing company. So there you go.
And it's a really solid. Price kept talking it up, so I went and watched it. And I am not a horror fan. I'm not. That is not my genre. This is a really well told story. It's really well acted. It's the story works. There was never a time when I was like, oh, that doesn't. You know what I mean? Like it's very concise. It's very well told. It's very well acted. This is a very, very impressive project for someone in their, their freshman outing with so little money. It's really good. Yeah, it's well done.
It's worth your time.
Gavin Unit. Hello, Gavin. Rental Spot. Any bumming before we move on?
No bumming in this one.
Yeah, I thought it was a very solid movie, very reminiscent of Companion from a few years ago, and really enjoyed it. I didn't like some of the characters, but I'm not sure they were supposed to be likable, but everything felt real, and it really did have a sense of authenticity about it. So
yes,
absolutely
agreed.
So there was no superficial element to this movie then?
No,
it's not superficial, supernatural, I meant to say.
I guess
yes,
there is a bit.
There is a supernatural element. This, if you've ever seen, there's a well-worn trope, the monkey's paw type of, be careful what you wish for kind of situation. There's been a lot of stories that have been told with that idea. This is essentially a play on that exact same idea, but it's done in a way that I think is really relatable and interesting. And again, the performances really sell the story.
Yeah, and as many people have pointed out on Ian's tweet, I'm not really sure we're talking about love here, which is why the name of the movie is called Obsession. But it works. It works.
Okay, let's move on then. We've got too many slides to do, so we'll do a selection before we finish. We'll do this one though. Zack Snyder is set to write and direct a reimagining of John Carpenter's cult classic Escape
Oh no!
from New York.
The worst thing that can happen to a remake of that is him.
It doesn't really need a remake, and I don't think that he's the right candidate for it. Personally, I don't hate him as much as some other people. Like I'm neutral on him, but I don't think that he should do this. I don't think this is going to help him in any way. I don't think you can beat John Carpenter at this, and it just some movies. First of all, you don't need to keep remaking the same movie over and over again. This one specifically is sort of a lightning in a bottle situation with a director who's really has very strong vision, like John Carpenter. This looks like, I would say, a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, there's two problems here. He's set to write. That's problem one.
Yep.
And then problem two is reimagining. Right. As far as him being a director, I've seen stuff with him directing that I enjoyed. Right. I mean, yes, he has a style. He definitely went overboard with Rebel Moon, with everything slow mo.
But he also wrote that.
Slow motion, right?
Yeah,
But
he also wrote that. He can't
exactly.
I don't think he should write anything. I mean, that's the truth.
Just
not
no.
every director should be a writer. David Fincher doesn't write movies. I think that basically, this is the type of director that if you give him a screenplay that's a tight screenplay, and you have a producer there that also doesn't like to just waste time and money, and he kind of keeps him in check, I honestly think that Zack Snyder can be a decent director in that scenario. It's just that once you say, "Oh, you're such an auteur, Zack, why don't you take like all these unlimited resources? Why don't you write them the screenplay yourself?" That's where you're starting to cause problems, I think.
Yeah, and not only will he not compare to Carpenter, he can't even compare to the reality of New York right now. If you want to escape from New York, just send a documentary filmmaker into actual New York and you'll end up with one.
Couldn't you just get the bus and leave?
Well, you couldn't, could you?
Oh, that's too simplistic.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be free because Mamdani didn't actually keep that promise.
Yeah, but there will be plenty of urine available on the bus.
What's that line that the president says at the end? Who's the Duke? When he starts shooting. How's the Duke now? I hope they keep that in there.
Swap, has anything to add?
Well, no. You're absolutely right about Zack Snyder. He can't write. He can't write for toffee. I mean, he's really good at directing, but God, keep him away from the keyboard, for God's sake. We saw Rebel Moon. We don't need any more.
Who saw this? A Streets of Rage movie's in the works. Pat Casey and Josh Miller, Sonic the Hedgehog, will write the script. Jemez Samuel, The Harder They Fall, is set to direct. Source Variety.
Oh, stop it!
I used to love this game in the on the Mega Drive.
Jesus.
Anybody?
Seriously, just stop it. Stop it now.
What's the story going to be? I don't know.
Exactly. Exactly.
Is this Sega world building though?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they could, if they were smart, they could do a modern update of the Warriors and have these guys as the main protagonists in it. But they won't do that. They'll go down a stupid route. They'll go down a stupid route of. It'd be like a beat 'em up screen version of the He-Man movie, but with these characters in it. It'll be all that tongue in cheek jokes and what they're going to do.
I know this much. I know the two characters in the back are going to be on the front of the poster, and the character in the foreground is going to be in the back.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Or he'll be a main character, but he'd have his ass saved by the other two constantly.
Yeah, didn't they already have his
ass? Especially the one on the right.
Yeah, didn't they already make this? They called it Double Dragon. So
I didn't know they made that.
Don't care.
Sulu Joe, Jinx.
Okay, should we do a super chat?
Gonna do a super, are you?
Yes.
Peter, is it?
Peter Pidrak, numbers, Watersport. $5. Cheers, Peter. The rise of the writer, producer, director, all in one is the death of Hollywood. It killed the sequel.
Depends on who's writing and who's directing, doesn't it? I mean, you know, I think there's more writer directors now than there ever was. You know, so yeah.
You just need your $1 million, don't you, Ian?
I need, yeah, and you will never see me again. I will be totally devoted to woke. If they gave me like 6 million and said direct a woke film, I'll be like, yeah, I'm there.
I'm there.
I'm there.
Sorry, Ian, the movie's not woke enough. I'll make it woker for you.
I'll make it woke. More woke.
I will make it woke.
More woke.
More
Okay.
woke.
There's a lot of slides we've missed, but we'll probably try and come back another day.
Maybe Wednesday, maybe. In the bin. Who's it? Shooty?
No.
Is it Greta?
How dare you?
How
dare you?
How dare you? Okay. Let's do it.
Go on in. Money.
Or lack of it. The Bank of England is removing historical figures from banknotes and replacing with wildlife. They are currently running a public consultation on the wildlife shortlist. So on its next issue of banknotes, Winston Churchill, Jane Austen, J.M.W. Turner will be replaced with the likes of owl, hedgehog, badger, or common frog. We are not.
And we will see the UK counterfeit rate skyrocket because there's a reason they use the faces of well-known public figures on currency. Human beings are instinctually evolutionary guided to recognize those things.
Very good. Didn't even realize that. Yes.
So why are they doing it? Are they ashamed of Winston Churchill?
Because they absolutely are ashamed of Winston Churchill, and
absolutely
they want to eliminate. Well, you'll notice that there's some certain commonalities between many of those historical figures. It has to do with their melanin. They want to remove them as well.
They're going to keep the black Anne Boleyn on the 10-pound note.
Definitely.
Yeah, I jokingly say Canadian woke dollars, but coming to the UK soon. Woke pounds.
Ridiculous, isn't it?
Swappers, any thoughts?
Well, oh God, yeah. Look, I mean, being a conspiracy theorist, the first thing I immediately think of is what's the end game for this? And it's probably they're going to try, and like Istava says, they're going to change them, and then counterfeiting will increase. So, what's the end game here? Problem, reaction, solution. The only way to get around counterfeiting solid money is to make everything digital, and then we all have to use digital payments instead, and then they outlaw cash.
Yeah, you're probably right there.
Because everything goes digital, the government can control it all, and we can't have sovereignty over our money anymore.
They can debank you at any time they want for any reason.
Yeah. If you say anything about the government online they don't like, they can just cancel all your credits that you got.
Yeah, with a push of a button. They don't even have to go through any legal stuff now. And I didn't even consider it that far. I was just looking for a good color printer actually while we were talking. So I actually think Swappers is right. I was thinking when I first saw this why they didn't just abolish currency altogether, but I think maybe they get too much pushback. So this is the perfect in-between step they need to make, going to abolish currency entirely.
I mean, and I don't even think that's a conspiracy theory. Swappers. I don't think that even goes there because seriously, this is what the WEF wants. They want to be able to make sure they can control all of your banking. They want to make sure that they
Social
can
credit.
exactly they can use social
Welcome
credit to control
China
the populace. Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly it.
How are you supposed to pay your crack dealer now without currency? I don't.
Social credit coming to a near you soon.
They've got those little boxes now, haven't they, where you can literally pay by your credit card. It's everywhere. It's even when I was at church this morning. Yes, it's a shock. I do go to church. They had them for the
Praise be.
collection. They had a little box where you can put your credit cards, put £5, £20, whatever, and you just put your credit card. So that's probably what's going to happen, isn't it? That kind of thing is going to take over real cash.
Yeah, because if you buy items from a supermarket, they could probably see all the carbon footprint of everything you buy. So it's coming, folks.
I'm just imagining a church, instead of passing the plate, they're passing the square card reader around.
They are. Yeah, that is exactly what they're saying.
American Express, God.
But that's exactly
it's not just that. They can determine what you're allowed to pay for and what you can't. It's granular. They can control you down to the smallest transaction.
And guess what else they can do?
Keep you from super chatting Mr. Brown.
They can collect taxes.
Yeah, cool, folks.
On every last transaction.
5 minutes to go. Come on, super gold.
If you use your credit card, they take a percentage off every time you use your credit card. If you use cash, they don't get anything from you.
Plus, they don't know what you've spent. Yeah,
exactly. So,
cash is king, everybody, or is it queen? I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, the queen is dead. Yeah.
And finally,
she is. Yeah. What's that in the background? Oh.
Anthony Head, the British actor, best known for his roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Ted Lasso, has died at 72. His daughter shared in a statement that he passed away peacefully of complications, due to pneumonia, surrounded by his family.
Oh. So, did you know his brother, Murray Head, is most famous for singing the song One Night in Bangkok?
Is that him?
That is him.
Yep.
That's really excellent
Bangkok,
trivia.
Oriental City.
Oh, you like cock, don't you, Price?
Oh, I deserve that one.
Yeah, and both his daughters are actresses. They've been in things like one of them's named Daisy, the other was in Underworld, Dungeons and Dragons. And then there's what's that big the In-Betweeners. That's Emily. So they're both actresses.
He became famous for that coffee advert. That's when he got noticed, didn't he? I mean, you've been in small little things, but it's the coffee advert.
Yeah, the coffee through the 80s.
In front, yeah.
Yeah,
and
then
Trevor
Buffy's
wife. Yeah.
He was in Little Britain as well.
He was as the Prime Minister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Buffy that skyrocketed him to stardom, though.
Then he was in Doctor Who.
Dr. Watts.
Famous, what was it? School Reunion. That was
he was almost Doctor Who. He auditioned to be the 8th Doctor.
Really?
He loves Doctor Who. He's a huge Doctor Who fan.
He loved Doctor Who.
Yeah, no, he really did. I think Paul McGann is the one who he lost the part to.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know. Okay.
But then he later appeared as the alien headmaster, Mr. Finch.
There you go. He was a villain in Dr. Watts.
He was.
Yeah, the other funny thing is that he's from North London. He has a very strong accent. They say Spike based his accent in Buffy on how he really talks, but even though he usually talks quite posh.
Here we go. Pablo Burns numbers. Right. Hello, Pab. Was in Nescafe advert. It was Nescafe Gold Blend throughout the 80s.
It was, but he was really good as in Buffy. His performance was pretty good, actually, and he did make me laugh a lot in that show.
Is the woman who was in the Gold Blend adverts Alice Eve's Mum.
Yes, mother. Yeah, Sharon Morn. Sharon, I can't remember her name, but she's married to Trevor
I dug
Eves.
that out.
So Trevor
I
Eve
dug
and
that
her
out. Yeah.
made what's her name? So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's top
Eve.
trivia, that is, folks.
yeah. Is she as hot as her daughter?
Yeah, she was when she was young.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
gorgeous. In fact,
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
ad, she was always in a dress and really looked good and stuff. Yeah.
Like
They
I
got
said,
ma-
in the States, it was Taster's Choice Coffee. And I think it wasn't Mariette Hartley one of the actresses in those ads?
Might have been. Can't remember.
It's a shame. He's very young as well, 72.
72 is nothing.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Must have been bad pneumonia.
Yeah, it's really funny how was this on the news? Because I never saw anything on the news. I see a lot of stuff on the internet about him, but
Does anybody watch the news anyway?
nothing on mainstream news. Maybe BBC as well. BBC should have mentioned it. I don't know whether they did.
Anyway. Rest in peace, Anthony Head. And 72 is nothing.
Yeah.
That's it, folks.
Yep.
Chat, you're wonderful. Thank you for the interaction, the super chats. Very, very. We've not had a Slayer raid tonight. George wasn't streaming tonight, so we've had steady, really good numbers tonight, folks. So, chat, you are wonderful. You know that. You are the best. You know what you need to do afterwards. Press some buttons. So if you could press some buttons, I will be truly grateful. We will be raiding Wayfarer Project. He's talking Babylon 5. So if you're into Babylon 5 Season 2, I think he's did a couple of episodes. Babylon 5, it will auto-raid. You can fill your boots after this. So let me get the guests up. Giles of Phobos. Cheers, pal.
No worries. Did you see the nice little Fist of Phobos avatar Swappers made for me? I love it.
Just slow everything down, folks. Don't worry. Okay.
All right.
Professor R2, cheers, Prof.
Cheers. Yes. Great seeing everyone here tonight. Great seeing all of you out there in the chat. Don't forget to like and leave a comment afterwards. Tell us what the new gay slogan is going to be for the Mr. Brown
Maybe
Alliance.
a super thanks would go and
that'd be nice.
Miss, folks. By the way, Price of Reason. Oh, Price, great to have you on.
Oh, great to be here. And if people wanna subscribe to my live stream channel, trying to get a few more subs there.
Yeah, if you like cock as well, Price is your man.
Unfortunately, I feel like that's what I'm going to be known for now.
you can come
and Leslie Edland.
You can come stop by the Night Owl, where we're going to talk about a movie for 30 minutes and then talk about it for 3 hours.
I really want to appear on your show, but it's just in the middle of the night.
If you're ever up and you just send me like
not a chance, mate.
Nothing.
Set that alarm, just 3 hours earlier.
Cheers, Price.
Here, I shared the live stream channel. So anybody, Emperor Goodwin says,
I need some subs.
Price,
yeah,
absolutely.
Price. On your channel, ask your people to share, to subscribe to me. See if we can get some through your channel on your community. I'm desperate to get to 5K.
We can.
Yeah,
desperate to get to 5K. Absolutely desperate. It's so close I can touch it. Emperor Kiplaw.
I will do that this week. I'll put posts for you. Sure.
140-ish away. Cheers, swappers.
You're welcome, Mr. Brown. Thanks to the chat. Thanks to everyone on the panel. Always good fun. Looking forward to whatever we're doing on Wednesday. I don't know what it is yet.
Probably the rest of these slides by the looks of it.
But probably will. Yep. Thank you very much.
A lot left. So, cheers, Ian.
No worries. If you have spare time, can you please subscribe to the Rebecca Gull channel? I am trying to reach 3, but it looks far away.
Channel links are in the description for all the guests, folks. Mr. Brown, cheers, Mr. Brown. Okay. I think that's it, folks. if you could tell your friends about the channel, see if we can get to 5K. 140 is touching distance. Anyway, if you could help us out, folks, that'd be amazing. Beast Up is on tomorrow. Beast Up is on tomorrow. We're back Wednesday. Don't know what we're doing yet. You know the drill, folks. If we don't see you during the week, we're going to be going to Wayfarers straight after this. If we don't see you during the week, folks, have a great week. Don't forget, leave a comment, press buttons, etc., etc. Have a great week, everybody. Tatty bye.
Ta-da. Ta-da.